Hello,
Hello.
Coco.
Hello, Coquito. How are you?
Hello, Danielira.
How
How
are
are
you?
you?
How are you?
How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm good, thank you very much. Early stream today.
Mm-hmm.
We are going to um, paint on papyrus,
Yes.
an oil painting on papyrus.
Mm-hmm.
By the way, I'll say it throughout the live session, but this is a gift from Melissa Leila. She went to Egypt. She went to Giza, and she got some authentic papyrus. And she was super kind, super cool to send me a couple of pieces. She was gonna draw on top of them because Melissa is really, really, really talented draftsperson, and she said she was gonna try to paint on them, but she was gonna try to draw first on them. And as soon as she said paint on them, I realized I've never done anything on papyrus. Traditionally, uh, you would use water media, like water miscible paints, something akin to like gouache or some um, gum based paints. I'm sorry. That's what you would use, but I don't think I know much about or I've seen many people painting on papyrus with oil paint. I think it's a beautiful. I mean, from the things that I've seen traditionally painted on papyrus, like historically, um, it's a very beautiful surface to draw with your paint, to draw very meticulously with your paint, which is not something I'm good at. So I'm going to hopefully not ruin this piece that she sent me, but I have to have like a mindset of ruining it, and it wouldn't matter if I do, by deciding to paint on top of it as I normally would. I'm probably going to be a little more reserved initially when putting color down, but I want to see how it feels. I think all I needed to read was that papyrus would pretty much receive all kinds of paint. So I can imagine it being way better a surface than what we've been using for the past couple of months/years. So yeah, so I'm gonna give it a try. I'm gonna paint a hand, kind of like a nice foreshortened hand going into space, and we'll see how that goes. But yeah, it's a learning experience for me because I've never done it. I don't imagine that I'm gonna be able to use it properly my first try. Unfortunately, I have other like smaller pieces, so the intelligent thing to do would have been to use those smaller pieces to do little studies before I go to this one. But my bull in a china shop attitude is always if I'm going to try something out, just go for it. You know, don't educate yourself so much before you're going to do it. Trust yourself that you're going to be able to solve it while you're learning. But that's just how I do things. So somewhat haphazard way of doing things, but I like it. It keeps me on my toes, and I'm going to be far more conscious of things, of how things feel, if I'm trying to paint a painting instead of like finessing my practice through studies so that I can then find a way to really effectively use a surface. I think that the best way to do it is just attack it. And I wish I had like 100 of these. So I would know that in the 100th, I would be far more familiar with the surface than in the first try. But but since we only have very, very few, it's this and like two other like smaller pieces. Um, it's almost like it doesn't matter how much I could prepare myself with those two other smaller pieces. It's still going to feel very new. So I might as well just go for it. I might as well just try it out and see how it feels. But what I wanted to, even though it wasn't really going to stop me, to be super honest, but I just wanted to make sure that it is a surface that, in theory, would receive oil paint well. I can't imagine why it wouldn't receive oil paint well, seeing as to how this is purely organic. I don't know how they bind it. I actually don't. I should have known this, but it's good if we learn it while we're doing it. I don't know how papyrus is made, to be 100%
Let's
honest.
see. So
I know
it
it's
says,
fibers. I know you could see the fibers, so it's quite beautiful. Can I speculate?
Mhm.
So I don't think it's the same as like traditional pulp, traditional paper in terms of like how you use pulp to make paper. I don't think so, because there is a fiber. There is like a reticle of fiber that you can see. It's actually quite spaced. So they actually feel like millimeter apart, or maybe half a millimeter apart, which is pretty amazing. But there's also there's more fiber between it. So I'm guessing that whatever is the thinner fiber that gives it, or the thinner surface. I mean, let's call it a fiber. It's probably some sort of fiber, but whatever it is, the thinner fiber that is keeping everything together has to be held by all this cross hatching of individual fibers. So whatever the pulp is holding all of this together needs a structure, like a little structure that is this cross hatching that is going horizontal and perpendicular, or vertical and horizontal. But aside from that, I don't really know.
So summarize.
Okay, yes, please.
No.
Oh,
You
me.
summarize. Because you were saying.
I think there are two stages. I
Mhm.
would say that there's two stages to making it. One where you lay your horizontal and vertical little fibers, like those individual string fibers, and then another moment where you lay a pulp-like, whatever it is.
Like a glue to it.
Well, yeah, and that's the other thing. I'm guessing that this needs a glue, like some sort of hide, because it does feel like it's sealed in some way.
So.
Yeah, I don't know. So there would be three. The fibers, then the pulp, and then some sort of hide glue or something. I don't know.
So.
Let's see.
Summary? No. So kind of, but.
Not really. Yeah, that's what I was
there's something.
expecting.
Yeah.
So close,
So-
but no cigar.
Yeah. So I'm gonna read this. It's like super condensed info
Please. Oh, great.
from the Library of the University of Michigan. It says
Yeah.
how ancient papyrus was made.
Okay. So
papyrus
going old
plant
school.
Is a reed that grows in marshy areas around the Nile River in ancient Egypt.
Egypt. Yeah.
The wild plant was used for a variety of uses. Specially cultivated papyrus grown on plantations was used to make the writing materials. The inside of the triangular stalk was cut or peeled into long strips.
Okay.
These strips were then laid out in two layers, one horizontal and one vertical,
Okay.
and pressed and dried to form a papyrus sheet.
Okay.
The inside of the triangular stalk was cut and peeled into long strips. These strips were then laid out in two layers.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean it's
That's
you can
repeating
see here.
what.
Yeah, it's copy paste, but it's just
Okay,
because
okay.
it's showing an
Okay.
image.
Oh, okay.
And it says finally, many of these sheets were then joined end to end to form a roll. No glue was required.
Oh.
Instead, The natural gum of the plant
Okay.
held the sheets together.
Oh,
A roll
nice.
was used about 1 foot in height and could be up to 100 feet in length. For a look on modern papyrus manufacturing action, you can check out blah blah blah.
Okay.
Well, but I think they were saying authentic, so I guess this is
That's the process.
exactly, yeah.
So it's simpler than, I mean, it's probably like an artisanal, like beautiful,
No, but you're right.
process.
It's way simpler.
but it's simpler because
Like-
they cut. I mean, you can tell. I mean, anyone could have guessed the horizontal and the vertical. I just thought that
There was
there was something
bent.
else. Yeah. But yeah, that totally makes sense.
Yeah.
So it's just
The
the
natural
two.
gum of the
Yeah,
plant.
it's just the two cuts put together, and they're being
you
held
press
together
them.
by the gum that is native to the plant.
Yeah.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
That's beautiful. That's really cool.
So, mm,
Oh, let's hope we don't ruin it.
so
And I
let's
picked like a, like a foreshortened hand to do this. So many ways of ruining this.
let's read some comments. So Callum was saying, "Oh wow, early stream. Hey Callum,
Callum.
long time no see. How are you?" Vivian Pap was saying, "Papyrus, exciting. Hey guys." Hey Vivian, how are you? Cacaito dice, "Morning. ¿Cómo van Dani, Coco y Chili?" Muy bien, Cacaito, ¿tú cómo estás? ¿Cómo va el trabajo? ¿Cómo va el frío tan horrible? Berica was saying hello. Hey Berica.
Veruca.
Guillaume Lheureux
Ooh la
was
la.
saying, "Oh my god, you are insane. I love this."
No, I don't. Could you search oil painting on papyrus? Because I didn't search that, but I'm wondering if it's that uncommon.
Mm, 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 mm. Let's see, cause
Maybe?
mm,
I mean, I don't have everything stored in my brain regarding painting, but in what I remember of things that I've seen about painting, read about painting, I would have always associate paintings on papyrus with I don't know, the equivalent of like gouache.
yeah, here it says gouache.
Yeah, I wouldn't. I don't think I remember quite anything, to be honest. I'm sure there is. I'm 100% sure there is. I'm sure there's Egyptian contemporary painters that would 1,000% use it as a substrate. So
So
it's just that I'm very unfamiliar with it.
yeah, but I was googling oil painting on papyrus, and I think there's some,
Uh-huh.
but there's also some like misinformation.
Okay.
Because I mean, you can see, for example, Etsy pages that say like original oil on papyrus, and you see it in its letters. So I think, I mean, I don't know if it's like they were writing in oils, which I don't think so,
Okay.
but I don't know. So
Yeah, who knows?
no, but yeah, you can see that there's oil paintings in papyrus.
Yeah, it doesn't
I mean, I think the like the cool part of it is having access to papyrus.
Yeah, thank you, Melissa.
Yeah, because that's the wow thing.
Well, the different thing.
Well, the wow thing
The
because
interesting.
it's not something. Well, for me, it was like the wow thing. That's why I'm describing it like that.
No, I'm trying to take away the pressure from me.
No, because I've never seen papyrus, like authentic papyrus before. So I think that's the weird thing, but not the fact that it's oil on papyrus.
Yeah.
So
Oh God, now I feel bad. Everything I'm doing, I feel bad.
no. Mi Lolis dice, hello, mis maestros superpoderosos.
Uy, pero
Hola, mi
eso
Loli.
comenzó.
Ya igual ya se debió ir, pero hola, mi Lolis.
Comenzó con flores la Lolis.
Sí. Catherine Poremsky was saying hi, everyone. Hey, Catherine. Miora was saying hi, everyone. Hey, Miora, how are you? Supratim Chowdhury was saying, Mamma Mia, papyrus. Where did you get it?
So, like I said, Melissa Layla, wonderful young artist. She went to Egypt and she was super kind. Like, I didn't ask for any of this. I think she. I'm trying to remember if in one of her stories she posted something she was drawing on papyrus, and she's a very, very good draftsperson. So I commented on it. I was like, "Oh, that looks super cool," and she was really, really kind and awesome, and said, "Hey, I could send you some." So she did, and took a while for me to get it also because when we get stuff sent, it gets sent to our PO box, and this in particular got kind of like misplaced or they didn't really have like what do you call that? Like they didn't have like a shipment, all the shipment data for this, so I had to like write in and say, "Hey, what's that package?" Like I can see there's a package, but there's no information about it, so I can't really receive it if I don't know what it is. So it took some time for them to like sort it out, and when I realized it was this, I was like, "Oh yeah, that's awesome." So they sent it to me here, and yeah, and we've had it for like over a week, maybe a little, and until I was like, okay, I got to give this a try. So I'm pretty excited, but first of all, yeah, super, super grateful to Melissa. She's super awesome. So let's see if we could do some justice to this beautiful substrate.
So Guillaume was saying, I don't know any artist who have done it with oil.
Yeah.
So
we're gonna ruin this completely. It's so beautiful. It's so like so for drawing in like color pencil, I would say, it obviously has like a texture to it. You could really tell like that there is something akin to fiber, like paper fiber, to it, but it's quite beautiful. It's really, really quite beautiful. I can imagine having like something far sharper than this color pencil, and you being able to do some beautiful like almost like Fetchin like drawings. You know, Fetchin would draw on rice paper, so you get that beautiful texture in the softer part where it would pick up a lot of the fiber of the paper, and then you would have like that surgeon-like strokes, those sharp strokes, in some areas of the if it was doing a portrait, like for the features and or stuff like that. But for that to work, you kind of have to draw as well as Fetchin. So we are handicapped in that sense.
So Vincent Delanois saying hello, Danny and Nicolas. Hey, Vincent. How are you? Aldo was saying, hi, Danny and Nicolas. Is that the first time you paint in papyrus?
Oh, yeah, for sure. Yep.
Is it the first time you touched a papyrus? Because it was my... Because I mean, I've seen in museums,
Yeah.
papyrus, but I don't know if I've been
So
able to touch
so my
papyrus before.
mother in my house, I don't know if it's hanging. My mother, and I don't know where she got it from. It's a very, she has one of like I don't know if that was my aunt's. I don't know if my aunt is like related to this story because my aunt actually traveled a lot. I think she did go to Egypt. So I'm thinking that the little kind of like very Egyptian illustration that we have on papyrus in my house is a gift for my mother that my aunt brought to her back from Egypt.
But it's on
Maybe.
glass, right?
Yeah, it's under glass. I've
Yeah.
never seen it. So I remember growing up looking at it.
Yeah.
It's this thing that would hang on my mother's bedroom all my life. But I don't know. And I've seen like other more historical drawings. I think at the Met for sure they have some.
Yeah, again, but that's why I say touch it.
No.
Like have a feel. of
No,
how it
but I
is.
think I have. I think I've felt papyrus that doesn't feel. No, I have to. My body says yes, so I can't tell you specifically. Like, oh, I remember in August '63.
Mhm. Stardust
Yeah.
memory.
That I had some. No, I remember. I'm pretty sure I've held and touched it, but not quite like this. This feels like stiffer.
Mhm.
Stiffer, and at the same time, I don't know how to describe it. Like, there's like kind of gummy quality to the surface.
Mhm.
So it's very weird that it feels stiff, but then you touch it and it feels also like kind of flexible, weirdly flexible.
Mhm.
So yeah, so that's surprising me right now. But yeah, I don't think I had like held it like this and for sure never put lines on top of it or paint on top of it. For sure. So yeah, it's very, very, very interesting. I think I would, if I had 100 of these again, I would love to do some drawings, but I would have to sharpen the crap out of like some pencils, I would say, because it's very beautiful how they kind of hold like little marks when you put them down. It's really, really beautiful. Yeah, no, but this is again learning as we make assessments. So, which I think it's a very cool way to learn how to do something at first.
Cacaito dice, demasiado frío hoy, ¿no? El trabajo va bien, jeje, alistando todo para poder tomarme un par de días para el matri, pero hoy con ganas de estar entre las cobijas. Uy, es que ya casi.
¿Cuándo
Ya
es el notario?
El 16, ¿verdad? Sí, el 16.
Todas las felicitaciones del
Y,
mundo.
y se van a tomar una mini luna de miel. Pues así
¿Estás
sea en la
preguntando?
casa,
o-
pero no, preguntando.
Ah,
Como dice, tomarme un par de días para el matri, no sé si es para la preparación o
yo
post
creo.
matri.
No, yo creo.
Como 2 días de descanso o algo así. Uy, pero sí, hoy está haciendo un frío terrible. Chile no ha podido salir. Entonces ha estado activada. Pero bueno, si escampa, pues la sacamos un ratito. Brandon Kendrick was saying papyrus painting for future mommy, Nicolás. Nicolás,
Oh my God.
Full circle. I mean,
Yeah. Oh,
and this
why didn't
painting's
I
gonna
do
be
like my?
available in futuremommy.com.
I'm well. No, I was gonna say bury me with it, but we need a sarcophagus for that.
No, and it's gonna be an animated.
I know.
Mommy,
I think
so.
I think
So now they have to pose one of your hands like that.
Yeah, I think I narrow it down to me feeling a little more comfortable being an animatronic. So, I don't know if I could be a mummified animatronic. Probably not. Mummification implies that you're like super stiff, no? Although mummies are like weirdly.
Well, but you can be stiff, and they could have like a
Oh yeah,
a motor thing that moves your stiff
yeah.
arm.
Yeah. But good skin on mummies, right? That's what's actually pretty amazing that they're preserved.
Well, good. I don't know what
I
you would
think I'm going to
define as
have better
good
skin when
skin.
I'm dead than in life.
Well,
Yeah.
it's like a dry.
UV rays, you know,
Mm-mm.
spots. I've dealt with those in life. When I'm a mummy, beautiful. Silky smooth leather.
Morris was saying you'd make a great mommy.
Thank you. I'd like to think so too. I'd like to think so.
Um, Callum was saying I'm good, guys, doing well. Gearing up to start a full time in May. So busy, exciting, scary, all the above.
In
Mm.
May?
Oh, to start art full time. What did I say? To start full time?
Yeah, I thought it was like a
To
job.
start art full time. Ooh, Callum.
In May, you
In
said
May.
also?
Yeah. So maybe
Okay.
is it the time you end up your
Like
the
graduation
job you have?
or job, yeah.
Tell us more about it. How's the preparation for
The scariest
full time
transition.
art job?
Yeah. Some people call that unemployment. Yeah. Full-time
I
art
know
job.
some people call it starving,
Yeah, yeah.
but I mean we're joking because we wish you the best with it, Callum, and you can be here more to join us if you want to, if you have time. If you don't,
Oh, we have time to spare.
yeah. Well, but we don't know. I mean, maybe Callum does not, or has a new excuse to not be here.
As always. As always.
As always. I don't know what to do with my hair today. It's just.
Same.
Mm. I said with my hair, not with no hair today. So not.
Okay,
same,
all I
but-
said was same. You don't have to answer back with that.
Uh,
Like super loaded. Is that me or you?
No, my phone, it's dying. So it's like, you have no space. I'm dying. It starts like vibrating without anything happening.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think
It's time.
it's been nice.
Yeah?
It's been great, but it's getting to the end
Yeah.
of our time together, dear phone. I have to look up for some phones. I was waiting until we travel, but
Yeah, flip phone.
maybe it's time. Um, Nesrin Amin was saying, hi both, missed the intro and a sad face. There's a quote unquote pharaonic village in Cairo where
Yeah.
you can watch the process of making papyrus.
Oh,
I'm
no
from
way.
Cairo. and
Oh,
a
that's
happy
so
face.
great.
Oh, that's so cool. So cool. And they were also saying, I think it's cool to do a non-pharaonic drawing. Online, it's all non-authentic pharaonic. Not great.
What's that? What was that at,
I
at
think
the
it's
end?
cool to do a non-pharaonic drawing.
Okay, yeah.
Online, it is all non-authentic pharaonic. Not great. So with what I was seeing, that it's like pharaonic inspired.
Okay, so bootleg, let's say.
So no, so for example, the one
Yeah.
that your mom has,
I don't know what that one is,
I
but
don't know
it's
if
probably
it's-
like a tourist.
I
would
don't think
say.
it's an authentic.
I don't think it would
Yes.
belong.
So
Yeah,
so
we
I
didn't.
guess that what they're trying to say is that what they see more frequently
Yeah.
is like pharaonic inspired art online.
Yeah, I don't think my aunt, jumped from a British, ship with some papyrus, like rolled papyrus, biting down on some rolled papyrus while she swam ashore, so that she could still steal from the British what was stolen from the Egyptians. No, I think she just probably bought it at a store, museum, like a museum store.
Yeah, or yeah.
Okay, but I think it's kind of cool that we're using this for something that is not customary, like not like a touristy customary thing, but just
Mhm.
like as a substrate. I kind of feel bad that we treat it as a substrate, and when it is very much so a substrate that speaks about like the beginnings of our civilization. Like, it's very hard not to or to disassociate, one from the other. So I hope it's not just like, oh, you painted a hand, like, ugh.
But I think you're thinking about it that way because it's something that we can't get that easily nowadays.
Yeah.
But you paint on paper.
Right.
And I mean, paper comes from.
Yeah. I wonder if it has the same
And-
significance,
And
though.
you use oils.
It's probably not.
It's
yeah.
no, yeah, but I don't think you are. I
But
mean,
papyrus.
that's how I see it. I don't think
Papyrus
you are.
is cool. Papyrus is like, I don't know, but yeah, probably paper is just as, but the thing is, paper is ubiquitous. It's like you need a tree.
But also, to be honest, I mean, you're painting on nowadays fabricated papyrus. This is not like a 1,000-year-old papyrus that you found.
No. But this is probably the way it's been done for
Yeah,
thousands
it's
of years.
the way it's been done, but
I
it's
know.
nowadays.
I know. I'm not saying like,
I mean, I'm not saying. What I'm trying to say is that it's not like you found a 1,000-year-old papyrus and you're using it nowadays to paint.
Oh, I would have done my little cockroach man in that one. Yeah, like a scarab to protect me when I go, to the realm of the dead when I die, for sure.
Morris was saying it is crazy how groundbreaking ancient Egypt, Greece, and Rome was in so many innovations and systems. Influential, rather. Callum was saying, or maybe I'm starting a rival YouTube, My Painted Future.
Dude,
Ooh.
nice. Subscribed.
So yeah, subscribed and cool
Subscribed.
name. I mean, wherever you're getting inspiration from, they sound not that lame. I was gonna say cool, but it sounds weird to say that. So not that lame, or maybe a little lame. I was trying to say something cool about us, but now it's
No, it's terrible.
I just insulted
Everyone.
our channel.
Everyone, I think.
Yeah, and Callum.
And Papyrus. All in one take.
Salmon Kutcher was saying hello. Hey, Salmon. How are you? Ricard was saying hello. Nico, Danny, and chat. Hey, Ricard. How's it going? Cow. Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't read this comment. So Fernando was saying, is it absorbent?
Oh,
We have no idea, but I don't think so. Because of the feeling of it. That's why we were saying. That's why you thought it had like a glue. Or like a
some sort of
binder.
hide. Yeah, binding material,
but the
binding
gum,
agent.
The gum of the papyrus is very, like water repellent. It feels like
It can't be water repellent though.
No, it can't be, but that's why I'm saying it feels. 'Cause
Yeah.
it feels like impermeable, but I don't know
Yeah,
how to say it.
impermeable, but
Yeah, like a kind of a weird plasticky
right.
feeling to it.
Yet super organic.
Exactly. Yeah.
So yeah, but it can't be like sealed. Although, like you're saying, it does appear to be because the water media. You wouldn't be able to paint with water media on it. It wouldn't adhere properly. So I do think there has to be some sort of absorption. I am wondering how it's going to look in the back once I'm done. But let's get to it.
Yeah, but it feels like the gum from the rubber plant, like super rubbery.
Yeah.
Because the rubber gum is elastic.
Yeah, that's probably.
But it's like plasticky.
Yeah, and that's probably why I was saying that it has like, I don't know if you guys can hear it. Let's see. So very kind of parchment-like bounce. No, but it'll pick it up.
Okay.
Kind of like a parchment-like bounce to it, but it still feels quite flexible. So I don't think it would break if I mean, I don't know.
Flexible but stiffer than than wax paper. So
let's see.
Yeah. I feel like we are trying to describe a new color or something like that.
Oh yeah.
It's like I don't find the words because it feels like papyrus.
Yeah, super, and our Egyptian friends are like, yeah, papyrus. Yeah, you're describing papyrus. Thank you.
So Krakow was saying a few years back, I
Mhm.
worked a lot on different barks, woods, and other plant material. It all held up nicely to oil colors.
Nice.
Mm,
Yeah, there's this gorgeous texture to it. So imagine as if you were if you were painting on like beautifully um threaded jute that has been sealed. That's what it kind of feels like. But what I'm dreading is the fact that dreading in the sense that I can kind of identify how I should use this properly, but now I'm noticing that it would be it's very very hard to like nail it, uh, because it is beautiful. I feel if you let it breathe. So if in some areas you're gonna let some of the surface breathe through, but that means that there's gonna be strokes that you can't touch. Like you put down and then you can't touch anymore. And that is way too much pressure for me. I don't like to paint that way. I like to paint not thinking about those things, but that's how beautiful it is. So I'm going to try not to. I've already recognized, I'm going to put that in the back of my head, recognize what I need to do for it to be nice, but I'm not going to think about it anymore. Because if I think too much about it, my hand is going to weigh like 1,000,000 pounds and I'm not going to be able to like do a single brushstroke. So let's see if we can make it work. Because I don't want to paint as if I had like a stick up my butt, because I'm super afraid. So no, let's just paint normally and see where that takes us. But I already kind of know how I have to approach it.
you know what? I was thinking that there was a similar feeling
Yeah.
to the papyrus. And I was thinking of, I mean, there's a food here. There's some food here that are in like plantain leaves,
Yeah. Yeah.
but there's like a cord tied to it, but it's not a cord, but it's like a natural fiber
Okay.
cord, which I think is made from also the plantain, but like dried.
Okay.
This one here, I mean, I could show it to you.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah. I would
Like the
think.
one around the envueltos, I don't know how to call it.
Yeah. These are. I think while it may be as like in terms of fibrous material, it may be close, but these are rods. These
Yeah,
are
yeah, yeah.
like bamboos or
Yeah, yeah, yeah. No, I
these
know
are
that,
those
but I was
like
trying to
guadua bamboo
100%, yeah. Like caña.
cañas. Yeah.
Yeah, but I feel like I was trying to think what feels similar.
Yeah, for us, yeah, probably. Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
for example, this one, the one that's outside, maybe the
Yeah.
other one more,
Yeah.
the first one I showed you, but it's
See?
similar. It feels very natural, like
Yeah.
very
So for us it would
raw.
be like a corn husk.
Corn husk?
Yeah. Maybe.
Es
Is
que
it
no
like
sé
a
qué es.
husk?
Yes, yes.
Like corn husk.
So similar to it, but
Yeah.
but
Little
like
bit.
yes, but not dry.
Right, that one's way
It's
drier.
like a waxier
Right.
corn husk.
Yeah, good.
So
Yeah. Yes, I would say 100% yes to that. Yeah, 1,000%.
and I think that's the name of what I was describing
Yes. So
in Spanish because it's envuelto
so
de
for
maíz.
us
So
we'll
it's
be
like
we
a
are painting in a bollo de mazorca. Bollo de maíz.
yeah, en el envuelto, not in
Un
the
envuelto, un
no,
bollo.
no en el bollo porque
Un
el
bollo.
bollo es,
Un bollo.
o sea,
Pero es que el bollo viene envuelto.
por eso, pero es en el envuelto. O sea, en el envoltorio del envuelto.
En envoltorio del bollo.
So yeah. Let's see. Where was I? Oh, so Earth's
Do-
Krakow, what?
Do we
Go
have
ahead.
like do our like indigenous cultures or like Aztecs or Incas or anywhere of these like kind of Central American and South American indigenous cultures, did they draw on corn husk? Like maybe was that
Mm,
used to draw? Because corn was huge for all of these like indigenous civilizations throughout like Central and South America, particularly like equator.
Mm,
No,
so I'm trying to look for it.
I'm guessing that if anyone used corn for that, it would be the Aztecs. It would be in the Mexicans, but just curious, just very curious.
Mm,
Trying to put my accents down, like these little lighter kind of accents down, and then noticing that, and I'm using and I'm using for now a bristle brush. Nothing comes up like super quickly.
no.
No.
Well, not in the way I'm searching for it, because I'm writing sobre papel de maíz, and they're talking
Yeah.
about like the roll of corn in
Right.
it. So sobre el maíz, but not sobre.
Oh, okay.
So I think I would have to dig a little deeper to see if they did.
Right.
I also came across something uh cool about paper we have here that I had no idea.
Like our native paper?
No, it's done nowadays, so I don't know if it's like
Oh,
a cultural thing, like an ancestor thing.
okay, but this is our, as you say, our in our region, our.
Colombia, I
Okay.
mean, that they're doing a banana paper.
Oh,
So interesting.
from like the banana leaf fibers.
Well,
I'm guessing,
I have
right?
to look more on it, but yeah, or I don't know if it's the cascara.
Or maybe it's edible.
Um, papel
I'm.
a base de residuos de plátano, so I don't know if it's
Oh wow, what is that? That's
um,
curious.
banapel. So that's like one brand of it.
Okay.
So let's Google and see.
So Fed is writing to me. She's going to her gymnastics competition.
Oh, right now
Yeah, she's in the bus.
she has to be a little bit nervous. Um, okay.
What's that?
Okay, this is cool.
Oh, give me a second. I'm just writing to Fed,
No, go
wishing
ahead.
her luck.
Mm, no. Let's see.
Okay, what were you gonna say? I'm sorry, Daniel Lira.
No, so let me read a little bit more about it.
Okay.
So, what is it made of? Uh,
I would love for you to try in the smaller pieces, and I mean it works really well for you because you tend to work smaller too.
now I'm scared.
No, a gouache. Do a gouache painting. Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, no
I mean, I
rush.
could
Don't
try
worry.
it.
You can show it to us in like 2024 if you want. Who cares?
No,
But
no. I mean, you know me,
yeah,
and sometimes I get overwhelmed,
yeah. Well, I mean, I
like
am
easily
the.
overwhelmed. So,
That's my thing. So you can't steal my thing.
I mean, I'm
Please.
gonna just like sweat
Don't.
trying to do.
I think
a
if you
first.
sweat on top of it, this is like
I don't think
waterproof,
it's
so
gonna
you're
be.
fine.
Yeah. I was gonna say, I don't think it's gonna be that terrible because it's not that absorbent. So,
Yeah, you'll be fine. No, but it would be super cool. I think that you're gonna be way better at like dealing with it as a surface than I am. I think I'm knowing myself already. I think I'm gonna be like, yes, I painted on top of it. It's like almost like, yeah, I could paint on top of it, as if you could paint as I can probably paint on top of a bunch of surfaces. I can kind of adapt and paint, but I don't know if I can really get a lot from the surface. I think you could do that better. No, I totally believe it.
I'm
Yeah.
sweating. I mean, not even painting, and I'm sweating.
Yeah, what's that puddle underneath you right now?
Sofia Villanueva was saying, I'm from Guatemala. I've never heard about Mayans Mayas
Ajá.
painting on corn.
Yeah.
I
Pero
mean,
no
we
encima
could-
del maíz,
No, pues
no encima
sí.
del peto, ¿no? Del
Sí, no.
maíz, encima de la hoja del maíz.
Ujú.
Estábamos como utilizar la hoja del maíz como si fuera una superficie para hacer,
Exacto. O hacer algún tipo de papel parecido.
sí, como superficie.
Como
Porque de
con-
pronto la usaban para algo textil, ¿no? La hoja de maíz no se puede usar para algo como para herramientas o para algo de trajes o algo, yo creo. No, estoy pensando que es más.
Es que yo no sé Google. Estoy escribiendo.
¿Eso fue tu googleada? Escribiste un ensayo, linda.
Em,
Bueno, después podemos buscar esto, no pasa
sí,
nada.
sí.
O
Es que
sea,
además buscar y darte como una respuesta de esto ya, cuando lo que me salen son artículos
sí,
como
no
académicos,
te preocupes.
te diría, ubícate.
¿A mí?
Te
¿Por qué? ¿A
molestando,
mí?
mi amor. Pues como que no puedo darte una respuesta ahorita, no, te quería descolocar con el comentario porque estabas haciendo cara. A ver, ¿en qué iba? Oh, so Skirkow. So Skirkow was talking about how they were painting in different barks, woods, and
Yes,
other
yes.
plants. I would like to know what surfaces did they enjoy? Because
Yeah,
I don't think all the barks that you find can be
they're
super enjoyable, or maybe they are, but there's a
maybe
couple
very
that you
different.
enjoy more than the other.
Yeah, maybe
so
some are very, very different from others.
I want a little more info in it, if you want to share it with us. Tintin Rosales
Tintin!
was saying, finally caught alive. Hello, D plus N plus C.
Ooh.
The papyrus paper looks gorgeous. And
thank you.
Guillaume Lore was saying,
Ooh,
haha,
Lord.
DNC sounds like a hip hop band. Yeah. Chili will be our voice, the voice of the band.
Okay, so we don't have a lot of future.
Well,
Maybe
no.
maybe for dogs.
Well,
Music for
maybe
dogs.
She has like the best dog voice ever.
Could you
Not
imagine
dog
that's going to be our
voice, but
viral
voice.
video finally?
Maybe.
Chili becomes like a first singing, dog YouTuber.
Now you're
Every
giving
person is
ideas
like,
and
yeah.
someone's gonna be rich and
Every person is like, I don't know what they're doing, but my dog just loves them. I lost my dog. I asked my dog now to let's go for a walk, and my dog is like, no, I'm watching YouTube.
Yeah,
It's
maybe
like, shut up.
maybe she goes to the park and every dog's like, I don't know, bringing sticks and
Oh,
rocks and treats and
yeah. She's
she's-
just putting a little paw.
Well,
You
but
know, we dip
her
her paw in mud, and she's like giving like
autograph.
autographs away. It's like,
Yeah.
okay, go. And then
There you
the
go.
next day you find
There
them on
you
eBay.
go. Yeah,
Stupid dogs.
but you know her; she's super friendly, so it would be even harder to
Yeah, let's not
make
do that.
her
You know
come
what?
back from the park.
I just saw the future for us, and let's not do that.
Guillaume, oh no.
Oh no.
So,
Oh,
Supratim Chowdhury was saying, hey, could you please share your story behind the tattoo on your hands?
Oh well, I sometimes feel bad because I have talked about this a long time for many times. No, they are. I have more of my kids. So, and I have them up until my
Of
shoulder.
your kids' drawings.
My
Is
kids,
it
yeah, these are not
you
my
never?
kids. Like I didn't have them embedded into
Pero
my
mi amor, ahí no
arm.
se ven, te toca más.
So, so one arm is my
Mi
daughter's
amor, es que,
arm.
o sea, hacia allá.
What? What am I
El
doing?
izquierdo más, o sea, hacia el papel y
I
la
think I
paleta.
think
Ahí
people can
están
see them.
perfectos, sí.
Okay. Yeah, so I have a bunch of drawings on my both my arms. They're
Your
my
neck and your
oh
hands.
yeah, last one was my neck, and hands. So my arms, then my hands, and then my neck.
Mhm.
And all they are my children's drawings. Like I don't have anything. It's not like I have this and a flaming skull like in my butt.
Which would be fine, I
That's
mean.
next year. No, they're just my
Or a
kids.
mommy.
My kids' drawings. Yeah, my kids' drawings. I felt I had these. I had Samu's done about.
I guess 10 years ago?
Yeah, a
'Cause
little like 10 years ago. Then Fairs were like 7 years ago. Yeah. Then my hands were two.
I think it was
three?
2020.
Yeah, let's say 3 years ago, and then last year I had my neck.
Mm-hmm.
But all it is children my children's drawings.
Mm-hmm.
And these are cows because my father. This is a kind of like a good way of remembering my father. My father worked most of his life with cows. He actually made like a mineralized salt for cows for them to like eat and to be healthy and produce milk and produce like healthy little calves. So that was my father's life. He was a vet and a nutritionist, so that's why it makes sense. So it's a good way of remembering my dad and a great way of seeing how. I mean, these drawings were probably done like 7, 8 years apart, 7 years apart. So this is how Samu understood like a bull cow because she has teats, but I know him. I know, and he was trying to paint draw a bull. I'm sorry, and this is a very stylish cow. She's ready for a night out,
And she
I'd
has
say.
stripes.
So she's wearing her striped dress. She only has 3 legs. She
Eyelashes.
had her eyelashes done. Meanwhile, Samus has like 5 legs, spotted. Again,
Un poquito
teats,
más arriba. Más
teats, but
Horns.
horns. And my son and daughter used to fight about which arm was which, like which arm was more relevant, regarding the tattoos. So what I ended up doing was in my son's arm, I put my daughter's drawing, and in my daughter's arm, I put my son's drawing. And that way they can't fight anymore about which arm is, like, oh, I have the right arm. It's like you both have both. And in my neck, I did like dragon. It's actually like the drawings that are in not our last book, but the book we did before. If you see like a couple of the first pages, there's like 2 drawings of my son and daughter. One is a dragon, and one is of like a heart princess.
Fairy. Yeah.
Yeah, like a heart fairy princess. So it's kind of like princess and dragon. I thought putting those 2 together would be very nice. And I told Danny that I have like I'm super fair skin, like pinkish. So for 1,000 reasons, my neck sometimes gets like super. I could be like very cold and it turns like super red, or very warm, or I could just have a beer and it turns super red, or I could be nervous and it turns super red, or I could be in the sun, or I could be in moderate weather, or I could be talking and felt uncomfortable, or I could just be feeling comfortable and it just turned like blotchy red. I have no control over any of these things. But I thought it would be nice if like the dragon that's in my neck kind of like turns like red and it looks like it's spitting fire. And the girl, the princess, is like a heart shape. So if she goes like if my neck goes blotchy, she'll be like a reddish kind of heart. So I don't know. It was kind of like my stupid way of like acknowledging that. And yeah, but they are my company. I would say they're the beautiful way of having my children with me all the time.
Cacaíto dice, y gracias. Ah, pero espera, ¿sí dice y?
Y gracias.
No, pero no hay comentario antes. O sea, empezó, y gracias por las felicitaciones, jaja. Pero no podemos tomarnos luna de miel, pero sí un par de días de descanso. Bueno,
Bueno,
rico.
qué bueno.
Qué rico, Cacaíto.
De nuevo, todas las felicitaciones. Los mejores deseos.
Supratim Chaudhary was saying,
Siempre juntos.
Hey, you missed reading my comment. No, I just did. I'm sorry. Sometimes it takes a bit, but Nicolas was just commenting about the tattoos. So, Elia Abuchaibe dice,
Ujú.
hola, qué lindo dibujo.
Buen
Me
día,
encantan los
Elia.
dibujos iniciales de Nicolás. ¿Qué lápiz usas?
Sí. El resto me importa un
No,
carajo,
es que esto
Nicolás.
fue antes. Es que estoy un poco
Veo
atrasada,
el
pero porque
dibujo,
hemos estado hablando.
después no me importa nada. Apago.
Un lápiz.
Un lápiz de color de Faber-Castell.
Porque
un
son
rojo.
los que hay, la verdad.
Pues,
O sea,
digamos,
te gustan, pero pues, o sea, lo que voy es que no es como que sea el único lápiz que utilizas.
Ah, no, si tuviera los lápices del colegio de Fer, usaría esos.
Morris was saying, do you use colored pencil specifically to make the underdrawing more subtle and not as quote-unquote harsh as graphite? Or is it just a style choice?
Yeah,
I'm gonna go grab a
Oh,
glass of water. Do you want some?
no, thank you. Yeah, I think it's caprice. It probably has nothing to do with any relevant, reason why. So no, I just like how it feels. To be totally honest, it has. There's no other reason than just feeling super comfortable with having like a looser, waxier pencil. I've always tried to determine why I gravitated towards. Oh, let me see something before I continue answering. Like how this kind of spreads. Okay, so it covers. Actually, that's one way of ruining that nice texture or making it softer. Let's say, a lot softer. No, it was just I do this a lot with my paper. I just wanted to see how soft it would look if I just dragged it across, and it looks pretty soft. And it just like pushes the paint into the fiber, which is kind of sad because the nicest thing is to have some of the fiber showing. So yeah, I don't think I'm going to use that today. But I needed to see. What was I answering? I forget. Oh my god.
So that if the pencil is like a style choice or if you use it because
Yeah, was
they
that
were
what
asking, yeah,
was that what I was answering?
Well, that was a question.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I apologize. Yeah, waxier feel. I mean, I could do it with charcoal or with pencil, like graphite, but I don't know. I think I got used to it, and I'm trying to remember I'm trying to think if any of this has some sort of reason for existing, because in comic books you used to draw that drawing that or the underdrawing that you would do for like a comic book page. This is long time ago, but I actually inherited some of this practice when I studied. So the drawing, you would use like a non-photo reproducible like blue pencil, and that's what architects would use also. And that was a very greasy pencil. So I don't know why I still associate that kind of blue pencil with doing like an underdrawing. And it's really funny because a lot of comic book artists nowadays, none of that matters. and they'll still just grab like a blue pencil to do some of the underdrawing. When in terms of reproduction and scanning and all that, stuff, none of it matters anymore. So it's kind of funny that we hold on to practices just very superficially, but just to acknowledge where they came from, but they're not important to the actual process anymore.
Gabriel Pozzo
Pozzo.
dice, buenos días, ¿cómo están? Buenos días, Gabriel. Todo
No
muy
sé si
bien.
Dani lo ha perdonado, pero yo bien.
¿De qué? Ya se me olvidó.
Creo que decía chao Daniela, chao Chili,
Ah, sí, con el ejemplo de Selena.
Selena
Ah, sí, ¿qué hubo, Gabriel?
Quintanilla.
Callum was saying, yeah, both. End of the degree and also work contract, so need to find something new. Would like to find a studio job, probably in video games, but you never know. Maybe I'll just
Ooh.
be a painter. Oh, and that's where they were saying, or maybe I'm starting a rival YouTube channel, My Painted Future.
Oh, I would subscribe. You have
Me too.
one subscriber for sure.
Well, two, because I would subscribe too. So,
Okay, one subscriber and a troll.
so you're the troll. Marcelo Peralta was saying, hi, Chili and chat. Hi, Danny and Nico. Hey, Marcelo. How are you?
Marcelo.
So Chili has joined the
Chat
no, the
conversation.
video. She's appearing in the video right
Okay.
now. HM was saying, wishing you the best of luck, Callum. So exciting. Yeah, it is very exciting, Callum. Sergi Arts dice, hola, OMG,
Sergi.
papiro auténtico.
Mm-hmm.
So Supratim Chowdhury was saying, hey, I have an idea. You should paint an Egyptian pharaoh.
Okay.
That will be cool. It will also justify the papyrus.
Yes, but that's little out of our reach now.
Yeah.
And I would feel really, I could do like a pharaoh. I could do my like weird interpretation of a pharaoh, but
I don't know if it would be something that you would have to paint. I don't know if you understand what I'm trying to say. I mean,
I would never try to do like replicate the style, the traditional style. No. That would be kind of
no, because it doesn't belong to
no,
you. So
no, that wouldn't be right in for many reasons. And if you don't think of like, if you're like, no, you can sort of like appropriate it in a good, or celebrate it in a good way. I mean, I know that appropriation is a weird word when speaking about other cultures, but it's strangely a very common term when referring to art practices. Appropriation is a word that we use in art. But I don't know. I don't think I would have anything intelligent to say about something, like about that conversation. So I much rather not.
Mm-hmm. Maurice was saying, time to make copycat channels. I'll make your sketched deaths.
Oh,
Your sketched deaths.
that's kind of nice.
I like that, yeah. Good
Yeah.
play on words.
A little more, a little darker.
And they were saying, this piece feels very chilly.
Chile?
Chili, I don't know.
Very chilly?
I'm sorry, I'm always thinking about Chile. Chile, in a way.
Not. I wish I could paint hands like he did.
Let's see. Sergi dice, me voy ahora mismo al estudio. Cuando llegue allí pongo el stream para escucharos mientras pinto. Jeje.
Grande, Sergi.
Entonces no sé si Sergi esté o Sergi se fue.
Sergi se fue. Sigue tú, Dani.
Sergi no está.
No me la sé más.
Se escapa de mi vida.
Sergi se escapa de mi vida.
Parting Mist was saying, right, or maybe paint an
Go, Danny.
ankh as a ring. No, but I don't know, but my take of this is that, I mean, you
Y si
don't,
te como a besos.
You don't have to
No,
like appropriate things
no, 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 no.
from the culture. I mean, again,
No.
you're very lucky to be able to be painting on like authentic papyrus because it was a gift from Melissa who was there,
Yes.
and you you love the idea of the papyrus,
Yeah.
and you are trying a painting on papyrus.
Yeah. I'll put it this way. If it was my practice, so if out of, because this is how we have to see it in a way. If out of every practice and if out of every substrate that you could find, any substrate that's available to you, you chose a particular one to say something specific, like to tell a specific story through a specific substrate. I mean, there is a side of this conversation that you could be like, I have the right to choose whatever I help, whatever the hell I want. So the conversation stops there. It's like, why did you pick that? Because I can. Because I can order it, because I could buy it, because I want to. Like, I don't have to have a reason to like paint on top of anything nowadays. The reason that I did it is because I can. And I guess, yeah, sure. I mean, there's there's nothing telling you that you don't have the right. So yeah, it's totally fine. I would say that the beautiful works of art, and I'm not saying every single work of art, but there's something beautiful about a work of art when it makes sense, when everything about it makes sense, not just what you're painting, but there's a story also behind the surface that you're painting, the substrate that you chose, and how that substrate is enabling you to get closer to what you wanted to say because it has a very specific character. So I don't have that right now. I'm just honestly just trying it for the first time. So I can't have that relationship because the relationship doesn't exist, because I haven't done enough, and because this is just completely um, uh, arbitrary in the sense that it only happened because of the kindness of a fellow artist. So I do think that there has to be, well, there doesn't have to be. Again, in art, you don't have to do anything. You can do whatever the hell you want. So we could stop the conversation there. But I think that it's nice when there's reasons for doing certain things or for making certain choices. I would say that art benefits from reasons, from stories behind choices. And I would say, if I was still teaching painting, I would still like, if one of my students came to class and said, I brought this, I don't know, I brought this skull and I'm gonna paint on top of it, I would be like, why did you bring a skull? Like, why a skull? Why does it have to be a skull? Like, why are you painting on bone? Like, what does that mean for you? And what does that mean for the work that you're going to be doing on top? So it's nothing different. It's there's no other reason than that, than to genuinely saying it's okay to question, why you pick like a certain like substrate. So I would say that it's okay to say, okay, why, I can't answer um um outside the explanation that I have for painting on this. I can't say like, oh, I am referencing, this kind of like ancestral substrate, because what I'm going to say, with my painting, can be amplified by this substrate. Sadly, I can't say that, and that's kind of what I was thinking about at the beginning. That I wish I could have, if it was a body of work where I had chosen this particular substrate, it would certainly be something that I would be very, very conscious of. But right now, I think we have to be okay, and I have to be okay with saying, yeah, it's it's here because of somebody's generosity. This opportunity is here because of somebody's generosity, but that's that's as far as I can go, because I didn't really plan on conceptually saying like, okay, what can I do here that would justify this substrate, this painting being painted on this particular substrate. And for me also, it would be very difficult to understand what I'm going to paint on a surface that I've never painted before. So even just making that decision a priori, like before anything has been, before any sort of experience, any meaningful experience has been derived from this practice, it's kind of impossible to really make an assessment. So I would say that regardless of, let's kind of like take a step back, and regardless of a substrate, regardless of its significance, ideally you want let's say in a painting, because we're talking about paintings, ideally you would want everything to make sense, right? The how you're painting something, the what you're painting, and the what you're painting it on top of. You want all of those things to just gel, so that when you see a painting, you don't just see surface and manner and subject matter. You just see everything at the same time, and you go like, wow, that works. Like that's a powerful work of art. So yeah, I would answer that complicated, but very, I think it's a common question to ask when you are trying to figure out, okay, this is what I want my work to be, and I've chosen these materials.
Yeah, I think
to speak, to speak what I want to speak about, through those materials. I'm sorry, Daniela.
No. I was gonna say that I think it's very important, as you were saying, if that's gonna be your body of work.
Yes.
That it makes sense.
Yes.
Like in that sense, raw paper makes. I mean, I'm saying sense like 1,000 times, but
oh no,
it makes sense with you, and
yes.
you've like explored. And I know that this is like charged with tons of a ton of history, so it would have like an added value to it if you decide that to be your body of work.
Yes.
But I do feel that while you find the things that can build that body of work, you try different things. So I feel that you painting on papyrus today is you trying the surface.
Yes.
And not you deciding that papyrus is gonna be your surface forever.
From now on, yeah.
And just like alienating all the history it has. And just saying, I like it and I'm gonna paint in it for all my life. But it's just like saying, hey, I got a papyrus. I've never painted on a papyrus. Let's try it.
Yes.
As you've tried tons of different surfaces.
Yes.
So,
I would say that's. Let's think of this as a very kind of early first step into trying to articulate how a substrate would incorporate into a bigger idea that you would have.
yeah,
It's not my case right now.
Yeah.
So, but I would that is the way I personally would think about it if I was trying to summon this new, at least new in terms of painting practice, but this new substrate to my own painting.
And
So-
I think you could apply that to all the things you would like to add to your body of work. So it's like if you start to feel attracted to certain surface or certain brush or paint or whatever, try to look what, like, como la manera en la que se construyó. I don't know how to say that. 'Cause, for example, we were looking how papyrus is done. And again, I know that it's very different than the paper you usually work in, but just talking about surfaces, you've tried to look what the paper you like is how it's done. I'm sorry. Like what do they use and all that stuff. And again, if you decide to use papyrus, you would have to know that it's not only the like the physical composition of it, but all the history it has.
It's certainly something I would take into account.
Yeah,
So
and it's something that you can, I'm just saying, some information you can gather.
yeah, so just
for
to make a
deciding.
complicated conversation, and because it bears no fruits if we keep talking about this, but just to make like a complex conversation kind of smaller in the sense that it would be like, it would be good for us to interpret it as an initial conversation, as the beginning of what could be like a way more complex conversation if we choose to determine materials, to determine the use of materials that have like a historical context to them. I would say this is but the beginning, but as a I would say healthy practice in the art world, not just painting, but in the whole of the art world, it is great to ask yourself those questions. It is very, very important to ask yourself those questions. Like nothing bad can come out of asking those questions. So let's just think of this as like baby steps in that first kind of line of questioning that would be part of a kind of like a more complex project where you would make decisions that involve, again, materials that have a very specific identity. Let's refer to them as that.
Jelly Power dice: Nicolás, me encantó tu pintura de la metamorfosis de Kafka.
Bueno, no era Gregorio, pero mucha
Pero podría
gente,
ser
sí,
Gregorio.
mucha gente se fue con
100%.
Gregorio. Creo que es más,
Gregorio Samsa.
sí, creo que es más, es más un personaje que, o sea, no sufrió la crisis que inicialmente sufre el personaje kafkiano. No, este es un bichito que ya se entiende como, no sé, como un escarabajo. Sí.
Oye, es cara
Sí, yo le iba a poner
abajo.
así, era fatal.
¿Por qué
¿Por qué no? No
le
sé.
hubieras puesto?
No.
Yo hubiera puesto es cara abajo.
Sí, pensé, pero eso es intraducible también, entonces
¿Qué
como que
importa? Lo pones en inglés,
se
en
pierde.
español.
Sí, pero era tonto porque escarabajo es como un chiste también. Es cara arriba, es cara abajo.
Nunca había oído. O sea, yo he
¿No?
oído, no sé,
Sí.
lana sube la navaja.
No, pero
nunca había oído es cara abajo.
no, pensé
no.
que era como tontito.
Pues a mí, yo de pronto sí le hubiera puesto así. O sea, a mí me parece chévere.
Sí, pero era como hacer un personaje como que como que ya existía. No sé cómo más explicarlo. Como si ese personaje es como súper normal en su mundo. O sea, como que ya tiene una personalidad
Ujú.
en su mundo.
Eh,
A ti te acordó de algo, pero que no.
No he podido saber de cuál personaje me acuerdo.
¿Será el alcalde de Nightmare Before Christmas?
No.
¿El del top hat?
Dijiste alcalde y dije, "Ah, de pronto, pero no.
¿Segura de pronto?
No.
Tiene como un poquito de ese carácter, porque él tiene
No,
la
o sea, sí
boca.
es ese, pero no.
Él tiene esa boca. Como.
No, a mí me acuerda a alguien y lo tengo todavía en la cabeza,
Sí, no.
pero
¿No
no
era
he
el
podido.
alcalde?
No. O
Pero
sea,
no es
te
nada
entiendo
Tim
la
Burton.
referencia. No.
No, tampoco.
No sé por qué siento que es como Pixar. Ay,
Uy, está un poco oscuro. ¿Será de los de Bugs Life o algo así? O sea,
no,
algo así de
sí,
sencillo.
no sé, o sea, lo tengo clarísimo en mi cerebro,
Sí.
no lo puedo pasar a mi voz. O sea, no te puedo, no sé si
Se
te
lo quedó
pasa eso, como
debiendo.
que tengo el recuerdo, pero no tengo, sé que me acuerda algo exacto,
Sí.
pero no sé qué es qué es ese algo. Como que no te puedo decir cómo se veía ese algo, pero seguro me aterriza la idea pronto. He estado echándole cabeza a ver qué es, pero no me puedo acordar exactamente a cuál es al que me acuerda. Mario J was saying, hi, Dani and Nicolás, morning. Hey, Mario, how are you? I think it was Mario that uploaded a funny story today
I didn't see. No, I'm sorry.
about like having pigs as the people that have pigs as pets.
Okay, no, I didn't see it.
And it was someone vacuuming,
Uh-huh.
and the pig, I mean, they were not like the dogs that just like bark or are scared of it.
Yeah?
The pig went walking and unplugged
Oh.
the vacuum. So
You know,
it
they
was
say
like,
they're very intelligent.
yeah, exactly. So it was like different video recordings of people vacuuming. I think it was the same person, but the pig just like went out of the room and unplugged it
Yeah,
every
it's
single
like,
time.
what the hell is, like, I'm
So
sleeping.
it's like, yeah, this is the thing that starts the noise. I'm just gonna
Yeah.
undo it.
I think they say they, like, either those type of piglets or pigs in general, that they're very intelligent.
There's a pet pig near my cousin's house. They go to the park,
Okay.
and yeah, it's
Not
called-
common here in
No,
Bogota or
no,
here
and
in
it was-
Colombia.
it's not a baby pig. It's not like a mini pig. I think it's the name of
Oh, I don't know.
those.
Which,
No, this one's like a
a proper pig?
pig. Yeah,
Yeah?
Yeah.
Like lunch pig?
it's called bacon, but in
Oh,
Spanish.
God, of course. Yeah, he's... The future doesn't look bright for him.
Miguel Díaz dice un saludo. Hola Miguel, ¿qué tal? Y Miguel
Buenas.
dice, no dice más.
Perfecto.
Pensé que decía algo Miguel, pero no. O sea, un saludo Miguel.
Gracias, Miguel.
Dane Schumacher was saying the papyrus has a quality of Da Vinci stone drawings. Lots of luminosity over the video. I really admire the quote-unquote bull in a china shop approach.
Oh, that's all I know how to do, sadly.
Kik Landeros
Mhm.
dice, saludos desde México, óptimo día. ¿Qué
Óptimo.
colores estás usando en tu paleta?
Solo, y la verdad porque es mi como sitio seguro, no. Titanio, ocre, cadmio y negro.
Andrés Garcés dice, hola amigos.
Hola, Andrés.
Hola Andrés. Y Andrés dice, I tried Yupo just because I had never tried it. I didn't love it.
Yeah, Yupo, I have like enjoy hate relationship with it. Because I like that the paint just slips around. Like there is something about it that I really enjoy, but it goes against everything that I love about painting of paper and it being absorbent. So it's kind of strange. It's almost like I have to access like a completely different experience when I'm painting on Yupo to be able to paint on it. If not, I'm going to hate it. If I compare it with like absorbency of paper, then it's just very defeating because, you know, of course it's going to be everything but that. So, yeah, I like it, but you can tell how much I like it by me not going out of my way to buy it once again, because I go out of my way to buy Moleskine sketchbooks all the time, but I don't I didn't go out of my way to get more Yupo.
I think even the last time you used it was because I bought a Yupo block of paper. So.
Yes, and I did 2 or 3 paintings.
I think more.
No, I think that
no, because the block is
but I
gone.
remember it was the painting of you with your towel wrapped around, and it was your back and towel on your head. So I think I did just a week's worth of I did 4 paintings and that was it. Yeah, I didn't do more.
My
than
back? No, there's one that I have a bathrobe in my head.
Or your robe,
but it's not my back.
Yeah, it's a back.
You could see my face.
No, I'll show you.
And the green bottle, but that wasn't oil.
No. Well, all of them were oils. Like the last time I used
because you
them was
did
oil.
Yupo with gouache.
Yeah, but that was way long ago. Like the last ones that we did, I'm pretty sure of this.
Okay.
was you.
I
Do you
just don't
remember the photo I
the.
took of you in Madrid?
Oh, that's the one.
Yes, that was
No,
on
I was
Yupo.
thinking about the one in the apartment before this one.
Oh yeah, that's a long time ago.
That it was like the green bottle of
Yes, yes.
shampoo in the back. So I was like, no, that was not
No, no,
you,
no. That was a
Poso.
long.
Oh,
Yeah,
yeah, I get it.
that's
Yeah, yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
Those were some of the first ones.
Yes.
The one that you're describing is like
Yeah,
some of the
that's
first
why I was
paintings.
super lost.
Yeah, no, no, no. These were done probably not even a year ago, I would say.
Mario J was saying, I love pigs. I one day will have a pig and name him Rembrandt and a donkey named Salvador.
Okay, nice.
And do you want a full size pig? I don't know how to call it. Like a regular pig or those little pigs, Mario? There's some dogs. I think I told you in the bigger park that I go with Chili.
Yeah.
There's two pugs,
Okay.
and it's Leonardo. I mean, they have like a harness with the tag, like a Velcro tag with the
Yeah.
name. So I told you it's Leonardo and Da Vinci, the
Yeah.
other. So she always screams like Leonardo da Vinci. So yeah.
Yeah. Plot
Um,
twist: one's a Ninja Turtle, and the other one's the artist.
¿Qué, mi amor? Qué mal chiste.
No, it's actually pretty good.
Um,
By the way, that Ninja Turtle trailer, animated
no, I
movie,
haven't seen it. You know?
the Seth Rogen. Oh my god, it's so fucking good.
Yeah.
Oof.
Oh, we should watch it.
Oh my god, it's so. I think it's gonna become like a cult classic.
Oh, so cool.
It is gonna be enormous. I feel that movie. It looks. I don't know. I have no idea if it's just like a reimagining or of a story. I don't know much about the story, but
It looks cool.
oh, it looks very
Oh,
very
we should
cool.
see it.
It looks like a sloppier, like post Spider-Verse, style.
Oh,
Yeah, it looks incredible. It looks absolutely incredible.
Mario J was saying, Nicolas,
Yeah.
I've been trying to find a good color pencil that doesn't smudge easily so I can build up line without losing the lines below. Any suggestions? I like how the kit color pencils with grip behaves, but they are hard to build up a range of values with them.
Oh, I mean, I've never felt color pencils like smudging under my hand. I don't know if you have sweaty hands. For example, my son and daughter both have like super sweaty hands, so that can be an issue. But I don't usually have sweaty hands.
But to be honest, the
Um,
colors you use are not the kid
No,
like kid color pencils, but they
no.
are like
But usually waxy pencils, like waxy, like cheaper color pencils, usually have way more wax than pigment. So, or way more paraffin than pigment. And that means that they won't really smudge that much. I mean, both like wax or paraffin, they're unless you're using like a water miscible color pencil, which is those can smudge a little bit easier. They're meant to be smudged. But regular color pencils, I mean, it's not my experience that they smudge at all, if I have to be super honest with you. Like I've probably done hundreds of drawings because I did those rewards that time. And I have drawn like probably hundreds of drawings with color pencil. And I don't think it's something that I associate with that practice. That in any case, if you put like parchment paper on top and you just lay your hand on top of parchment paper as you work, I know it's an annoying practice, but if you're concerned about that, just lay like a little piece of parchment paper.
they were also saying they're hard to build up a range of values on them.
Yeah, so no, like the Faber-Castell ones, yeah,
Yeah.
you can go as dark as you want.
Yeah, because I was gonna say that I think the only problem is not the smudging, but the like building of it.
Yeah.
But if they're very like dry colors, it's harder too.
Yeah. You know what we're going to
So-
do? We're going to do this. Next week, because I know that people enjoy when we do like color pencil week, or we've done a few of these, but not a ton, but a few.
Mm-hmm.
we're gonna buy this weekend like the cheapest color pencils that we can get. Like we're gonna go to the
JoJo's.
pharmacy. I feel
Oh
or
yeah, no, JoJo's.
yeah, well,
They have like a
right, but those are like nice. I would say nicely
no, because
produced.
you're thinking about the other ones. They
Yeah,
have like
I
por
remember.
10,000
I
pesos,
remember.
like
Yeah, for like
10.
$2, you can get like a set.
Yeah.
So I think that would be very inexpensive.
And you know that they are getting a lot
Yeah.
from selling those. So I don't know how.
Yeah, so let's use the cheapest ones we can get and let's see how we do.
So I want to check our materials available, art supplies. Mm, here.
Yeah, but anyways, that Ninja Turtles movie. So looking forward to it. Ah, so good.
A ver.
You know that for the longest time, Danielira,
Mhm.
I wasn't like a Ninja Turtles. I was a
Fan?
little bit older when the boom of the Ninja Turtles happened, like the cartoon and the toys. I did have like a I never had like Ninja Turtles. I had like a foot soldier, and I had the Fly, the Doctor. What's it called? Benjamin. What's the Fly called? Benjamin Bixby, something like that. Something like that. I forget what the Fly is called.
Baxter Stockman?
Baxter Stockman
No,
or
Baxter.
yeah, Baxter Stockman
Or
Benjamin
Benjamin
Bixby. Yeah,
Mhm.
Benjamin Bixby. That's what it's called. I remember having that toy and like a foot soldier. Those were my toys. Those were all my TMNT toys when I was a kid. But I've been wanting those what are they? NECA Ninja Turtle toys. Not the really big ones, not the 1/3 size ones, 1/4 size ones. But I've been wanting those. But I've been thinking these weren't like super big for me. Like I remember playing the video game. I remember playing the arcade, and it was amazing. Um, but yeah, but I don't have that. So if I'm going purely on nostalgia, like just getting some things that I were super important for me as a kid,
Well, but if you like them nowadays,
they look cool actually.
why
Yeah, they look
would
cool.
the obstacle be that they were not part of your
I don't know. I want
life
to. I want
before? I
to.
think it's
I
not
want
like,
to feel like they mean something.
but they
like,
can mean something right now. It's not like
Oh
you
yeah,
are.
they would
It's
probably
like,
mean yeah, they're cool.
yeah, but it's not like you've lost time and now you can't feel attracted to it just because you weren't as a kid.
But
you
the thing
know?
is, when I think of like, for example, I want to get like a Matsinga.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's how that was my Japanese attempt at Massinger.
Mm-hmm.
Actually, could you listen to how it's pronounced? Like Massinger said that in Japanese. Matsinga, Matsinga, Matsinga zeta, or Matsinga zu. I don't know. For me, Massinger zeta. So I need like a kind of like a cool Massinger. Okay. I want to hear it though. I want everyone to hear it. Okay, what is this? Okay, Danny, what's
Pronunciation video.
is that like a Oh, Jesus Christ. Oh no,
So-
I don't trust this person.
Inter-Japanese.
No, they're not gonna say Matsinger. No, no, no. No, that's the show that I watched. That's the
Ino
song.
dice?
No, they don't say it. I don't think they do.
Well, you don't think.
Well, I mean, I could sing the Jose Miel song in Japanese.
I love this. How do you pronounce
Mazinger Z?
Mazinger Z? And someone says, I say Mazinger Z, but I know it's wrong.
Okay.
Thank you. Yeah. Thank you for nothing.
No, let me see. And it actually has like another name.
So maybe this one?
Oh no, what is this?
Anime
Okay,
Academy.
maybe.
A ver.
Oh, so it's Matzinga. Matzinga and Z. Z. Zetto. Oh,
No,
Matzinga Zetto. I think I nailed it. I think I fucking killed it.
I'm not paying attention.
No,
'cause
so
I'm
I read
trying
it.
to look at here.
Matzinga Zetto.
Mazinga Z.
Nice.
Great.
I think I fucking nailed it. That was pretty good. So I'm looking at maybe one of those because that
Oh, I
For
think
me-
someone's hungry. I was like, what?
that
is
for
she
me
looking
was very important. Oh, I lost my photo. Where's my photo? I know. I know it was worth the. It was worth the pronunciation. But anyways, while Danny is giving Chili her lunch, if anyone knows the story, if it's just like another like origin story of the turtles, let me know. But I adored that everything about that, like the kind of humor, the tone, the style is just absolute fire. It's so good of that trailer. Yeah, and I noticed that this artist that I really like, Woodrow White. Yeah, he did some I think some color keys for that. But I haven't looked into who did the design, like the art direction. Because whomever did the art direction is like, ooh, that is just good. That's very, very good. I don't think so. No, this looks like. Oh, Danny's saying if it's the same people as Spider Verse. Well, it's a different studio, so it's not Sony. No, and they've been doing the second one, so I don't think that they're related, unless some people that worked in there went off to work. I just think this is more of a artist being inspired by um some of that style and then picking up where the people from Spider Verse left off. And I do think, because I know that Spider Verse is doing something a little bit different. It does look a little like the style. It seems to be a little edgier for that new one. But I just love that this one just looks kind of funkier, like a little messier. It looks like a 1980s like New York graffiti or something like that. Like it really looks it just looks that little bit of wonky dirty that feels awesome. I can't look at the comments, by the way. I'm sorry. We're waiting for Danny.
Morris was saying Nicolas Uribe, painter, drawer, Japanese pronunciation god.
Singa seto.
Um. So Sergi dice, sí, la nueva peli de las tortugas ninja se ve súper bien. Eternamente agradecido por lo que ha hecho Into the Spider-Verse, por la animación creativa.
Sí, increíble. Ese paso fue fuerte, fuerte.
Let's see. Carla Anglada was saying, hi everyone, I love the gesture of this hand. Hey Carla, how are you?
Carla, gracias.
Let's see. Creo que siempre hablas en español.
Carla, salgamos de la duda. ¿Carla habla español? Es que no sé por qué en mi cabeza
Siempre
siempre pienso
respondes en español,
que
no sé
Carla
por
habla
qué.
español. Carla, ¿habla español? Discúlpeme. Con los buenos días.
Let's see. Nesrin Amin was
Ajá.
saying, missed the last hour because
Okay.
of dog walk,
It's
but
okay.
it's coming along great. You clearly didn't need to worry. And a happy face.
Oh, no, thank you.
And we get the our dog walk. That's the one I do.
Oh, yeah. That's,
Danny's
Danny's like, I'll be right back. And then it's like Monday.
No, but it's hard to just walk her a little bit when you know it's like the only thing they're looking forward to, like
I wouldn't
walking
say
in the
the
park.
only thing.
Well, the thing they're looking
That is
forward the
like-
most, like that
yeah.
and food. So it's like,
No, well, they could be grateful for other aspects of their life. We don't know that. She could be like, yes, a nap. This is amazing.
maybe. But you can see how excited she gets
Yes,
when we're going to
she
go
gets
to
excited.
the park. So,
Yeah.
Mm,
Yeah, but Danny kills it by giving her super long walks.
yes. Well, not super long for her.
Anything over 15 minutes for me would be like exceedingly long walks.
Let's see. Morris was saying, being very Q&A right now, but I'm curious to hear your thoughts. Do you guys ever look to other mediums when creating a painting, like etching, digital concept art, or anything else that's not oil, acrylic / watercolor? I do a lot.
Oh, me too. I love everything. No, she peed. Oh, okay. Yeah, I look at everything. I have folders upon folders, or I used to have folders upon folders, but at least I have the what I'm referring to is I have the practice of constantly just looking for stuff outside painting so that I can be excited about picture making. Not so much, I don't think about painting per se. I think about exciting things about picture making. So I don't at all limit that to painting. I don't think painting is limiting, but in my case, and I think in Danny's case too, if I can speak for you, but
you can. I mean, you
because I know
speaking
you,
for me
not
because
because
you know,
I'm
yeah.
trying to speak for you, but yeah, I would say both of us have like very varying interests in what we consume in terms of like visual arts, and I think they are super healthy and different, and I mean we're constantly, it could either be sculpture, installation, video art, it could be video games, it could be animation, it could be any sort of painting, any sort of sculpture, children's book illustration, any other illustration. It could be anything, like literally anywhere. So yeah. We super enjoy all of that.
Yes. So Mario J was saying, know who painted amazing hands, and even maybe my favorite hands is Norman Blamey.
Oh, I mean, but he's like a genius painter. Yeah.
What's she doing?
No, nothing. She's okay.
Just walking?
Yeah, I'll let you know if she's doing something weird.
Mark Hasikovic was
Yeah.
saying, hello, everyone. Hello, Dani and Nicolas.
Hey, Mark.
Hey, Mark. How are you? Oh, and part number 2 of the question about looking into other mediums of
Yeah.
art. It was, and do you pick up any inspiration from those pieces in other mediums rather than look at painting for inspiration when
Oh,
making
yeah,
the
of
painting?
course. Yeah. Yeah. So the answer
Yes.
would be obviously yes.
And they were also asking, papyrus looks dope, but easy to paint away the texture? Question mark.
Is it?
But easy to paint away the texture?
I think that every time you pick a surface that has a very particular texture to it, you have to ask yourself, like, do I have to then obliterate the surface, like the character of the surface? Because if I put so much paint on top of this, there's going to be a point where you don't see the papyrus, you just see paint. And it won't really matter that it was on top of papyrus. So I always think that the perfect kind of point where substrate and the manner in which you approach it through painting makes sense is when things can remain, when you can tell the character of your substrate, when you can tell the character of your substrate and not just, kind of force yourself kind of through it. So I would say, yes, there is a point where you can begin to add too much paint, where you just kind of lose that fibrous feel to it. But hopefully I'm not passing that threshold. I'm trying to like float in a space that respects that character. Thinking I could leave some of this. I mean, I want to leave some of the lower part without, like, I don't want to be descriptive about the lower part, and I thought I could just kind of hint at it with my with like a kind of allusion to like a contour, but I'm noticing that I do need to paint the tone of the mass of the wrist kind of breaking, that plane that is breaking, for the foreshortening to make sense.
Carla Anglada dice, un poquito. I'm over a 2-week sickness and I'm feeling great now. Thank you for asking. How are you guys? How is Sweet Chili? She's doing well. I'm sorry I have to step out too much, but she was
she's doing great,
doing her things. Yeah. But she's great. Yeah. So look, Carla speaks a little bit.
Okay.
Just a little bit, because you always think.
Well,
I mean,
maybe she speaks a little bit because I answer. Well, I'm not forcing her.
Well,
to
no,
do anything,
you. I don't know.
Helping her out, pushing her in a good way.
You push her.
Pushing, incentivizing the use of Spanish.
Maurice was saying, in my opinion, you're retaining the papyrus texture very well without being overly careful when applying paint. 10 thumbs up.
Oh, nice. Thank you. I mean, you give it time, I'll ruin it, but thank you.
Marcelo Peralta was saying, I got a couple of cats named after art supplies, a black girl named Nakim, which means ink, and a gray boy named Graphite.
Oh, nice.
Nankim.
Nice.
I'm sorry.
Okay.
Nankim.
That's very nice.
Sergi dice, ya estoy en el estudio.
Bien, Sergi, le rindió.
No Fear Zero was saying, are you a fan of Sean Sheatham by any chance?
Oh, of course. Yeah. Chili. No. Yes, and I actually teach with Sean at the Rome workshops.
Mhm.
So I've gotten to know Sean, and he's a super cool dude. Aside from being like one of the most talented like natural painters that I've ever seen, like he is crazy talented.
And
Like
we've
he
heard
makes it looks he makes it look effortless, which is insane, I feel.
and we've heard rumors that his pizza skills
Oh, amazing.
are as good as his painting skills.
As soon
So
as good as his knife making skills.
exactly. So yeah,
Yeah.
we have
Which,
to
by the
try those
way, if
pizza.
you're considering going to Rome with either Sean or Hollis, oh, please do so. It's amazing. Like they're both incredible teachers, incredible painters, and I think it's an amazing experience. So I have to plug Rome workshops.
Yes. Mario J
Mm-hmm.
was saying, "I'd like a small pig. Pig. I'm sorry, pig. They
Mm-hmm.
still get pretty big and fat. Yeah, because this one was not small at all. The one that I was talking about in my cousin's
Okay.
park, it was like a proper pig.
Yeah.
Yeah. Felipe Javier dice, hola amigos. Hola Felipe,
Hola,
¿qué tal?
Hola, Felipe.
Uh-uh. HCK was saying, hello guys, how are you?
Very
Hello,
good, thank you.
HCK, we're good. How are you? Squars was saying, just arrived. Who was talking about in Rome?
No, somebody asked about Sean Cheetham and about how we felt about Sean's work, and Sean is absolutely incredible. So I was just reminding people that maybe if they're looking for a workshop, if they want to travel and go on one of these painting retreats, you know, no more beautiful place in the world than Rome to do that. And
Yes.
Rome workshops are a really, really great place to do it. This is going to be my 4th year doing Rome workshops. I think 4th, yes. Pretty sure, not really.
Sí,
I think
creo que
4th.
sí.
Yeah, no, I don't think so. No, I'm gonna say 4th. Yeah, because we missed 2020.
But you
I
went
did 19,
2021.
21, 22.
Yeah.
So yeah. So anyone that's considering it, I can only, and not as a, not because I'm an instructor, but just honestly as an experience. It's I think it's amazing. I think it's really one of those things that if you can gift yourself, it's pretty amazing. Like there's nowhere cooler than you can, reflect upon painting than Rome, I feel.
Tobias Sandstrom
Mm-hmm.
was saying, it's been a joy watching and listening to the both of you. Thank you for keeping me company this evening.
Oh,
that's
it's
so
our
nice.
pleasure.
And thank you for being here and also keeping us company, Tobias. Mario J was saying, awesome cat names, Marcelo. And they were also saying, haha, a proper pig. It was a proper pig. Like a proper pig. Mario J was saying, also I think Marco Casalvieri has been teaching some workshops in Rome.
Oh, he's incredible. Yeah. Super kind, super tall. I mean, I was dwarfed by his presence, which is easy, to be honest, in my case. But yeah, Marco was so nice that I met him 2 years ago. Super nice.
In Rome?
Yeah, we had bought a painting of his, and
I know that.
he delivered it personally.
I remember the
just
photo.
quite beautiful. Yeah.
The photo of
oh yeah,
both
he
of
had
you.
to like really like. I think I gave him a bad back when he tried to take a picture with me.
I mean, there was a joke. My sister had a friend who
Uh-huh.
was very tall,
Yeah.
and I'm petite. So I remember that we were taking a photo,
Yeah.
and he said that we should just like split the photo in two.
Yeah.
And it was very funny because we did.
Oh,
So it
nice.
was like Facebook time,
Yeah.
and there was two photos. Like,
Oh, that's so cool.
so it was him and air, and
Yeah.
it was me like hugging a
And the
body.
abdomen.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was very funny. Mm, Andres Garces was saying pizza and painting, the
Oh,
best.
stop
And
it.
pasta.
Yeah, no. Well, not pasta for me, but yeah, pizza and painting.
No, because I had the best pasta there.
I know.
You should find a way to bring it.
I don't
This
think I
time,
can. I
please.
love you, but I don't think I can.
Yeah.
But if you want, I promise I won't go to that place.
No, go. Please go.
No. I liked it. I thought it was very good food.
No, you should go.
But I
I
thought
mean, it would make
it
me
was
very
super.
happy to know that you went
No,
there
no,
again.
no. Don't worry. I thought it was like life changing for you. But for me, I have like such a caveman palate that like good food is wasted on me, to be honest.
No, please go
So
and enjoy it, and
No,
enjoy
no.
also all the museums.
No. I'll go
the
to
art
get the
and-
Neapolitan pizza, but you know, at
No,
the
please
Children's
enjoy it.
Museum,
It's
I'll do
not
that.
something that's like vetted if I'm not there.
No. Don't worry.
Please-
I'll
Please
respect you.
go.
It's another day that I can have pizza instead of having pasta. So
Oh,
I'll
so
be
you're
fine.
not really doing it for me.
Of course not.
Carla Anglada was saying, I love that you speak in Spanish and English. I feel lacking. I'm not really bilingual.
Carla, where's that last name from? I'm curious. Not that you
Anglada.
owe anything to your last name.
And Carla, does it come from, I mean, do you have like Spanish speaking family, maybe? I want to know too.
And forgive us if we're prying too
Yeah,
much.
if we are, just say no, period. And
No, just don't say anything. You don't
just
have
say
to
no.
answer. Yeah.
Please say no. Or just share with us if you want to share. Porque me complico tanto.
I don't know. It's like nobody, everyone else ends the conversation. Danny, floundering.
Mhm. Elijah Kelly was saying, hello, Nico, Danny, Chilean chat. Wow, papyrus painting is What? Wait. Wow, papyrus painting, this looks fun.
Actually, it's really nice. It's more, I mean, it's akin to painting on like a super nice board, I would say.
And how's the openness of it? How do you feel it? Like, is it drying faster than you thought?
No. It kind of remains on the surface, I would say.
Mhm.
So it does feel like a nice, like if you have the opportunity to paint on a nice board, like
Mhm.
kind of like a tempered, primed, nice board.
Mhm.
It kind of feels like that, but it has the texture, obviously, so that's what makes it super different. But yeah. So for me, it's been a little strange because I every time I change surfaces from something that is suddenly not as absorbent as the paper that I've been painting on, I always have to make like a transition, like as smooth of a transition as I can.
And Elijah was also saying you should try some traditional Japanese washi / and bamboo paper next, maybe. I was just watching a documentary about papyrus making and painting yesterday.
Oh, no way. Nice.
Perfect timing.
Connected.
Yeah. Maurice was saying the kids' menu choices at restaurants is the best. You can eat it with quote unquote better conscience, I think. Like pizza, pancakes, burger, caveman taste.
Oh, so just to explain ourselves. So there's a children's museum in Rome.
Yeah.
So there's a children's museum in Rome that is just like a
I have
super regular place, that you would just walk past it and think of it as like, okay, this is like a children's museum and that's about it. And you wouldn't even think of it as a touristy place. It looks more like a local children, like for local children. But what somebody, because I think somebody said this to David, is like they have the best like Neapolitan style
No,
pizza.
but you know what it is? That's the same restaurant that the one that they go to
in Naples.
in Naples, exactly.
Oh, nice, nice.
So they have the same restaurant, but in the kids' museum.
Is it Michele de Michelis?
Da Michelis.
Yeah.
Pizzeria Da Michelis.
Yeah. So it is a very like it is like genuinely good pizza place.
Yes.
Like
L'antica pizzeria Da Michele.
so
I don't know how to say
yeah, no, that was good.
L'antica?
No, you don't.
L'antica?
No, you just go
L'antica?
Yep.
L'antica pizzeria Da Michele. It's so good.
Yeah.
The thing is that
I don't know if David likes that I'm saying this because it's like a like you want to keep it a
Maybe.
secret.
So it's the worst.
No, we said it
They
already.
They don't sell pizza there.
Yeah. Oh, it's really good and it's kind of cheap.
It
And
is
you all they
cheap.
have is like pizza and beer.
I think it was €9 the pizza.
Something.
there.
Yeah, but it's really
So good.
really good.
Yeah.
Like really good. So
I have to go back someday and ¿cómo se dice? Reivindicar.
oof, vindicate yourself.
Vindicate myself. Because that day we were full.
We were full. I was feeling a little tired.
Yeah.
I think.
You were kind of like groggy.
Yeah, I was a little under the weather.
Oh, look.
Too.
Squars was saying Da Michele. And Squars was saying everyone in Italy knows Da Michele.
Oh,
So,
yeah.
yeah.
Oh, it's so good. It is so freaking good.
And so good.
And there's usually
price.
not many people
Such a good
there.
price.
It's not like a touristy spot, so there's not many people there.
And the pasta place.
It looks like a cafeteria, like a proper I don't know,
Because it is. Because
like
it's
a nothing
inside,
cafeteria.
It's
Yeah,
inside the museum.
yeah. So it's not, there's nothing kind of like to it, to be honest. But oof, it is so good.
I think I have
Oh
the
my
name
lord, it is so good.
of the restaurant.
What, the pasta one that
Yeah.
you liked?
It's called Le Manin Pasta.
Okay.
Best pasta I've had in my life. It was like a little restaurant.
Yeah.
It took like 2 hours
Oh.
for them to.
Yeah, because there's not a lot of people that they cook at their own pace. Very Italian in that sense.
Yeah, there was a Colombian.
Of course,
person
there's
working there.
Yeah, it's always a Colombian. Always a Colombian.
And best seafood pasta ever. Like spicy seafood. No, I don't want to talk about it. I'm just sad to know that that's not what we're gonna have for lunch.
No.
I mean, I love the
we can't
fish.
We can't fly to Rome. Sorry.
I love the fish. I do, but
it's not the same.
no, it's gonna be a sad lunch.
Yeah.
To be honest.
Yeah, for both of us. You got me thinking about the pizza from Da Michele's.
Well, I could make
And
pizza.
no, that would be a very sad pizza
No,
too.
you're
What? You could say that about your fish. I can't say that about the pasta.
no, because I'm saying
pizza?
about my own fish. You're saying it about my pizza.
What's the difference?
That I'm the one cooking it, so I'm the one that's
Oh, you can
can't
say it.
judge
I can't.
Yeah,
oh,
of course.
okay.
If
Sorry.
it was your pizza, you say
Okay.
whatever you want. Scravamatsu dice Nicolás, hola.
Hola. Escravamatsu.
Alejandro Morales dice, hola Dani Nicolás, una maravilla, saludos. Hola Alejandro. Y dice, me tengo que ir en un rato, pero les mando un abrazo.
Tengo que ir.
Bueno, Alejandro, qué bueno que haya estado acá, así sea un ratito.
Siempre agradecido con Alejandro.
Gustavo Ramos was saying, hi Dani and Nicolás, how are you? Love and follow your channel since the beginning.
No way.
You guys are awesome.
Thank
Would love
you.
to listen to your opinions about Brazilian painter.
Pinterest?
Painter.
Brazilian Pinterest?
Isn't it the same?
Yeah. Pinterest. Pinterest.
Pinterest. Brazilian painter Juarez Machado.
Could you remind me of what is?
Mm, there you go. Look,
Oh, very modern. Super, super modern. Wow. What was that? Like 20 like
let me
40s,
let me
30s, 40s,
see. So
30s,
he
40s,
was born
50s?
in 1941. He's
Oh,
81
what?
years old.
So
1941.
those paintings, what was the date on those paintings?
Let's
60s?
see.
But he was doing like far earlier. Like the images look like a far earlier sort of painting.
Espérame porque no
That's
me sale
surprising.
con. I can't see the date on the one I showed you.
Really? Maybe it's like nostalgic or something, a little bit like that.
I think so, yeah, because I mean that's the date they were born.
Right.
Mm,
Or in any other work? Do you have like dates on any other?
no,
No? Really? Is there like a Wikipedia page on him?
no.
No?
I mean there is Wikipedia, but with the info only.
They don't show a painting in
No, no.
particular?
I mean, look, it's like very short.
Yeah.
Mm,
Hmm. It's okay. No, but beautiful. Yeah.
maybe here. Let's see.
I'm curious. Are they somebody local, like from your city, or important for you in some way, like maybe your teacher or something like that? Still alive?
Yes. Why can't I see?
It's okay. It's okay, Danny. It's okay.
It's okay, Danny.
No, no, no.
It's
I'm just
okay.
saying, like, you don't have to look for that.
Um, a ver. Juan Salinas dice,
Hmm.
hola chicos, ¿cómo están? Quería preguntarle a Nicolás cómo es que se acostumbró a pintar sin medios. Soy alérgico a la trementina y me cuesta mucho pintar sin solvente y con aceite se hace pastiche.
Sí. Em, eh, no sé, Juan. Es que también, seguramente cuando uno decide cómo tomar esa decisión, ya no es, o sea, ya no importa si se siente difícil, si se siente, si me entiende, como que ya la conversación no es como, ay, ojalá pudiera volver a poner trementina acá o no. Yo creo que cuando yo tomé esa decisión ya era como con un grado de convencimiento que ya no, pues no me importaba. El sacrificio como que ya no era, no sé, ya no tenía como peso, ya no tenía valor el haber sacrificado el medio. Entonces, de pronto fue fácil, pues digamos, fácil en cierta medida por esa razón, como que yo ya estaba súper, súper convencido. Em, y de resto, no, la parte técnica no es tan difícil como suena, si le soy como súper honesto también. O sea, eh, es simplemente compensar usando más color. O sea, yo diría eso. Y pues entre más se vaya sintiendo uno cómodo con el utilizar solo color, pues más fácil va siendo como esa transición. Pero entonces es como estar súper tranquilo cuando uno tiene que poner bastante pintura y si uno como que aprende a sentirse cómodo poniendo bastante pintura, ya el resto es sencillo, ya el resto es mucho, mucho más sencillo.
También diría conociendo tu pintura como que por lo que veo que te gusta, siempre como que gravitabas hacia
Pintar como con colores.
como chunky,
Sí,
como con mucho óleo,
sí,
porque tú no eras una persona yo he visto muchos artistas que les fascina el aceite, les
Sí,
fascina. Y que uno ve y es como un charquito de aceite con una gotica de pintura.
sí,
Y tú al contrario siempre como que gravitas a más pintura, más, como
sí,
que se
exacto.
sienta más denso. Entonces,
No, no se
no
sintió
sé cómo,
como,
exacto, y no sé cómo a Juan le guste pintar. Porque pues creo que sería mucho más difícil si es un pintor al que le fascina
sí,
el
todo
aceite.
como una superficie más homogénea, digamos.
Ujú, sí.
Sería mucho más complejo hacer esa transición, es verdad.
Carla Anglada was saying, my mama and many relatives speak Spanish. Yes, grandma and grandpa came as children to New Mexico from Spain. Oh, so Anglada comes from
Yeah.
Spain.
Well, like most of
Yeah.
all of
Ocampo. Yeah.
of every single like last name in Spanish, aside
Mm,
from Portuguese last names.
Gustavo Ramos, regarding the question about the artist Juarez Machado, was saying, I love to see Juarez paintings in person. It's like a dream. His main time frame of production is from 1991 to
What?
2005.
What?
Yeah, so because I was looking in a web page and it said 2006. So I was like, no, maybe they're talking about the article being written in 2006.
Wait, but the images are the ones that you showed me.
Yes,
What?
look, the one that I was looking for and said 2006. Because I was like, that's why I was like, no, I'm not getting the info. Because it was this one. Look. So this one is 2006.
Oh, what?
Yes.
Because it looks like Tamara Limpica. Tamara de Limpica.
Mm-hmm.
A little bit. Can I see again? Yeah, a little bit. It looks like Tamara de Limpica. Uh, but you know, um, she was born like turn of the century.
Hmm.
So it makes sense.
Yeah,
Like the
and
time.
working in.
Right, right. So the time that she was making the paintings, it makes total sense.
Mm-hmm.
But these paintings, yeah, they feel out of place in a way or very nostalgic
Mm-hmm.
also. Yeah, that's very strange. I wonder why he paints those things and why he decided to paint like that.
Interesting to read about their intention
Yeah, yeah,
with
of
it.
course.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. I'm saying I wonder, not as if there's something wrong with it. It's just that I would love to know the reasons.
Yeah, no, I was adding to what you were saying that it's very interesting to read
Yes.
what part of their work like makes sense with that nostalgic, like why they gravitate towards
Yeah.
that manner of painting.
Yeah, very cool.
Gustavo Ramos was also saying he uses limited palettes masterfully. Um, let's see. David Galvis dice, hola Nicolás. Primero quiero decirte que
David.
admiro el talento que has cultivado y tu manera tan peculiar de hacer arte.
Gracias.
Te elegí para hacer una reseña para una clase en Bellas Artes
Ay, Dios.
Manizales.
Ah, muy amable.
Quisiera, si puedes, conocer un poco de tu camino como artista, tus comienzos referentes y tu búsqueda en la pintura y el dibujo.
Claro, muy amable. ¿En este momento?
No sé.
No sé,
Porque
sí.
David, si es en este momento,
Sí, si quiere, me escribe. Todo bien. Si quiere, me escribe y tenemos una llamada
ujú,
y con mucho gusto una videollamada y lo atiendo con mucho gusto.
lo atiendo, mi amor.
Pues lo atiendo, no es como que lo va a cascar, ¿no? Lo
No,
atiendo
no, pero lo atiendo, suena
como...
todo chistoso.
No, lo atiendo con mucho gusto.
Em, Morris,
Ajá.
not Alanis. I'm sorry. No, that
That's
was Morrison.
Morissette? Okay.
Yeah. Morris was saying somebody said that the tastiness
Okay.
ceiling of Neapolitan pizza is lower than other kinds, New York style, etc., that it can only get so good. I don't know if I can agree.
Okay,
So the tastiness ceiling of Neapolitan pizza is lower than other kinds?
but I don't even know what that means.
No. And I have to say, in my
What does that mean?
uneducated
Palate?
palate,
Yeah?
I was head over heels with the pizza in Rome.
Yeah, I wonder what that means. Like if it reaches more like I don't know, if it hits
Tastiness ceiling.
like taste buds? What does that mean? I'm like genuinely curious what that means though. Like it's just hitting more areas in your taste buds, like in your tongue, somewhere in your tongue.
No, I googled, but I didn't find anything.
Because I think, see, the problem with me is that I can't draw on this. I was gonna use the paper like we usually use the paper, but I know I'm gonna ruin it.
So Morris was saying, LOL. I mean, the person I talked to about pizza said that Neapolitan isn't generally as good as other kinds.
Okay, so if there was somebody here from Naples, they would be like kicking you
Flogging
through
you.
the screen.
I think, well, I don't know. I have to say that sometimes I feel that when something is good and known to be good, there's bound to be
Detractors,
a
all
ton of
yeah,
people
yeah.
that say, it's not that good.
I would say Roman pizza. It's not great. It's not great.
Well, but
Roman style pizza. It's not super good.
we have to say that we tried pizza.
No. But they're just not known for like pizza. It would be like having a slice of pizza in Florence, for example.
But the pizza we
Nah.
had, no, the pizza we had, I think it was the like first day, the one that was like a
was
very
pretty
hot
good.
day
Yeah.
that we went to.
I don't know if that's
like
Roman style pizza.
it was, but it was a Roman.
It's a
restaurant.
Roman restaurant, but I don't know if that's Roman.
Because the
style
one we
pizza.
had, I mean, sometimes we were just walking and we
No,
went
no,
to
no,
the
no,
first.
no. Those are but I think Roman style pizza is like the little square slice, like those, and it's good. I mean, it's good. It's good. Mind you, if my tongue doesn't have like regions, like pizza takes the whole area of my tongue. Like that's totally
And
fine
it's
with
not
me.
the square one, according to this. I don't know. Classic Roman pizza features a thin crust with a dough that is almost like a flat focaccia.
Yeah, that's it.
Mm,
Yeah, that's the one.
well, I thought it was good. I don't know.
Yeah, it's good.
And I also feel that the quality of the ingredients is
Oh,
very
of
good.
course. Yeah, they're very good.
Yeah.
But that's almost like that is almost true. I'm there's some places in Rome that are very touristy that are not great. But, chances are you're going to eat really really well, if you pick like almost any restaurant aside from like very touristy traps, but there if you go to almost like anything that looks like a nice kind of home style restaurant, it just
Oh, and the gelato.
ingredients
Don't
are
get me
perfect.
started.
The ingredients are so fresh and good.
I
that-
know, Nicolas.
Yeah, Danny, but
No, now I'm feeling homesick. And that's
okay,
not even my
homesick.
home.
Yeah, I know. You can't really feel homesick.
Ay.
No, we'll go back
um,
next year. Promise.
No. It's not like, I mean, I have to be okay knowing that I went there once and it was heaven.
Okay, now you're making it
Gelato
all
heaven.
worse.
Morris was saying here in Sweden they put banana on pizza.
Okay,
It's
see,
evil.
so yes.
Well, I love pineapple in pizza.
Okay, so go to Sweden.
I wouldn't say it is the pizza that when I close my eyes and I want to taste the pizza, it's not
Yeah.
that flavor, but I like how it tastes in a pizza.
Yeah, no.
So it's like I had a burger here.
Yeah.
Like I think you can add tons of things to a burger. It doesn't mean that's gonna be the definition of a good burger in my head, but it could taste good. And there's a place that has ¿cómo se dice plátano maduro? Sweet
Plantain, yeah.
or mature plantain.
I don't know. That sounds like porn tab.
And it has like sweet plantain, but with a like caramelized. No, it's not caramelized.
Okay, where are you going?
It's like a crusted.
Okay, what's this?
That's how I'm gonna describe it.
Okay.
Crusted sweet plantain.
Crusted.
Crusty.
Crusty sweet. That doesn't sound good, Danny. What are you trying to say?
Como apanado, pero como
¿Apanado?
panizado, no apanado.
Es que yo no sé qué es panizado. Yo no sé a qué te refieres con panizado.
Como con bueno, I don't know. It was good.
Panizado es como cuando dices ¿qué es lo que dices tú?
¿Qué?
Las partes.
¿Complemento?
No. ¿Cómo le dices a las partes?
¿El cabezal?
Cabezal. Todo,
El cabezal.
toda
te digo,
cosa en
no,
este planeta
el cabezal.
que Dani conoce tiene un
No.
cabezal.
No,
Pero no es que ella sepa que se le dice
que
cabezal,
sí se dice cabezal.
sino que ella le dice
Lo que pasa es que
cabezal
tú no le dices cabezal.
a cualquier cosa. Entonces,
Dispositivo generalmente móvil situado en el extremo de algunos aparatos que sirve para poner en la pieza
no.
que realiza la función principal.
Si yo estoy,
yo te dije, oye, no sé, no me acuerdo qué te estaba hablando, pero fue como, ay, el cabezal
No,
de
si
la
yo estoy
máquina de afeitar.
armando una
Y
cama,
tú eras como,
ay, y ya le pusiste el cabezal.
No.
¿Yo qué?
no, estábamos hablando de la máquina de afeitar de Samu
Sí.
y
no,
yo
no.
dije el cabezal. Fue lo
No,
que
no.
se te dañó porque tú tienes la misma y
No,
tú
no. Todo
no
tiene
te
cabezal.
diste cabezal y
Todo es cabezal.
literalmente
Todo
se
es-
llama
Ay,
cabezal.
el cabezal. ¿Si armaste el cabezal?
Así se llama,
¿Qué?
pero bueno.
¿Qué?
Espérate. Burger.
¿Pero qué estabas
Un
¿Qué
momento,
estabas
un momento.
describiendo?
Espérate. Crocante de plátano maduro se llama.
Bueno.
Como frito más o menos de
So, a
pronto.
fried
So fried sweet plantain with bacon
Oh my God.
and sweet onion.
Sweet Jesus.
I don't know how to call it. Caramelized onion. And it
I don't know
was
if it's
so good.
caramelized onion, but there are sweeter onions. So,
And it was so good.
yeah, that's not pizza.
No, I'm talking about burger. Of
Oh,
course,
burgers.
That's not pizza.
Oh, well, we were talking about pizza. We
No.
were talking about Swedish pizza.
You never pay attention to what I'm saying because I was saying that with pizza
But
and
aside
with
from-
burgers, I feel
To
that
be,
you can add a lot of things and it will
yeah.
still taste very good. It would be very good, but it doesn't mean that that's like the definition of pizza or burger that I have in my brain. But that doesn't make them bad. I mean, if I think about a pizza, I think about a cheese, like a margarita
Uh-huh.
pizza. That's the one for me. Or a pepperoni pizza.
When you
But
think
I
about
nev-
Swedish food, what do you think about?
I have no idea.
Yeah. A smorgasbord.
Tú?
Smorgasbord.
¿Tú de qué piensas? A ver.
Fish, like fermented fish, probably. And like a very sad life.
No, Swedish food. Let's see.
Fish. Like-
Meatballs and
Okay.
lingonberries is the national food.
Oh,
according to
lingonberries
this.
are Swedish?
Pues según esto. Meatballs, delicious. I like that.
Okay, well.
No, this looks very good. It looks
The
like
meatballs?
no, all the things I'm looking at feels very
What?
like homemade.
Yeah, you
And
don't,
I like
well,
that.
yeah. I mean, if they said McDonald's is our home food or national food.
No, but it's not like US and you think about
Yeah.
burgers and fries.
Well, yeah, like deep fried, like barbecue, I would
Yeah.
say. It's like a staple.
So if you have to choose between I think we've said this
Swedish
before.
food?
No.
What?
New York City pizza and Chicago pizza.
Oh.
So deep dish
oof.
and like super thin crust.
Well, it's
have
not
to
super
choose-
thin crust.
Well, no, but
New York style pizza
New
is
York-
not super thin.
well, flat pizza. And
yeah, but
deep
it's like
dish.
foldable. It's like
Okay.
huge slice, foldable. Oof. Because I really like deep dish
Oof.
pizza.
Ay, Nicolas, there's a place here now that
I mean,
makes deep
but the thing
dish.
is,
I saw.
I think you can live longer by just eating like New York style pizza.
Do you think?
Yeah, deep dish pizza
Well, but I don't know the ingredients.
is like as
Because
soon
if
as
it's
you
like live
you know your
longer,
inner clock,
I don't
as
know
soon as
how
you bite into
reused
like
the oil of the New York pizza
no,
is
no,
and
it's just
how.
like East River water. That's what makes it good.
No, I would say deep dish for me.
Oh, I don't know. I mean, artistically, I grew up on like New York pizza. It's probably the one thing that I had the most when I was in New York. So, I don't know. I don't know if I can answer this objectively. Um,
But I have to say, if I have to choose between deep dish
yeah,
and the pizza of the one we had in Rome,
yeah.
the Damichele, I
I
would
mean,
go
it's
to
better.
Damichele 100%.
Yeah, I mean, it's better.
But between, I mean, I've never had pizza in New York because I've never been to New York. But if I think about like a thin pizza,
Yeah, it's not as
thin,
weird as you
thin
think.
U.S. pizza or U.S. deep dish pizza,
Well, I mean, you
and I'm
are.
saying U.S. because I already established that the one in Rome was better.
Well, yeah, but it's
But
a
I would
crime
go
how
for
you're
deep dish.
understating, you know.
No, because I'm saying the deep dish pizza is
So you're picking
Chicago
like
deep dish
Chicago over
pizza.
New York, pretty much.
No, because I've never been to New York. So that's why I was
But
saying
that's what I'm hearing, though.
thin U.S. pizza and
It's not like
deep dish.
you can't describe like New York style pizza just like thin U.S. pizza. No, that's not what it is.
No,
That is a
no,
crime.
that's what I'm trying
What
to
do you-
compare it with
Yeah.
because I've only had thin U.S. pizza, not the New York pizza.
You know what I think? I think in many ways, like deep dish pizza is like pizza adjacent food. I don't know if it's like pizza. I just think it's like close to pizza. It's like pizza casserole or
That's
something.
pizza plus.
Yeah, but
It's like a double burger.
yeah, but you're
which is
not.
always
But you're
better
being
than a
a
single burger.
little unfair / ignorant of New York style pizza. We'll go one day, Danny Lira. One day.
Yeah. I would love to go to New York, to be honest.
It's a good place to go and
Eat
be
pizza
there.
and eat pizza.
Sure. Yeah. I think it's the pizza. The pizza tastes great. No, I just remember like New York style pizza tastes great if you're have like I don't know, if you're like you had a long day, you're working or you've been drinking or and you just then stop for some pizza or it's just like it's really good. It's just really really good. Um
Catherine Peramsky was saying, I ate so much pizza in New York City. It was so good.
yeah. I don't think it disappoints to be super honest.
And Carla was saying, Catherine, oh my gosh, pizza in New York is so tasty.
It's pretty good.
And
pretty good.
Carla was saying, now that I'm gluten free, I've
Oh.
been eating cauliflower crust pizza. It's
Okay.
not bad.
Okay,
And
stop it.
Catherine was saying, you're right, Carla.
Okay.
Cauliflower crust tastes really good.
Okay.
I would try it too.
Yeah, but okay.
If it has like extra cheese.
I know cauliflower, you know, has been part of a spotlight. You know, it's been stealing the spotlight recently. But I'm very sad that in many ways your life ended by being gluten free.
I'm sorry, I was laughing about a comment here.
Yeah, but don't bring cauliflower into this pizza talk, please. I mean, it's a very sad way to replace something that is in many ways irreplaceable.
Well, but
I mean, don't bring
Carla
it
was
up,
saying,
please.
yes, Catherine, and I'm learning not to miss traditional crust pizza. And
Well-
this is what you answer?
Yeah, well, I'm very sad for her. I'm very very sad. I'm very sorry for you, and I don't know how else to show appreciation for her misery. I'm
I have to
I'm
say
very
something,
conscious
and
that-
it's that I have to put the fish back in the fridge.
yeah
'Cause
probably.
now I want pizza.
No, come on, no.
The pizza I make, at least. It's like a...
Oh God, no.
I
I'm kidding. That was, of
you
course,
told me it
me
was
kidding.
good.
It was good. I would never tell you that. I don't think I've ever said that anything that you've ever made is bad. Think about it.
Pulpo.
You didn't make. Oh, but
I
that's.
did it. I mean,
Oh, but that's because I
I
don't
never
like
make
it.
a chicken because I can't make a chicken.
Okay,
I
God.
prepare a
Okay,
chicken.
goddess.
No, but I said the pulp and pulp.
Pulp. Oh, let's leave it there. Let's leave it there, please. Oh, don't say it. No, don't
The
say anything else.
octopus, and you were
The
like
pulpo.
the pulpo.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah, that one was not great.
well, your kids loved it. So,
Yeah. I was super happy that they liked it.
Andres Garces was saying New Haven in Connecticut is famous for its pizza. We have many choices, and there is fierce competition between
Mm.
the shops. Most are Italian, and all are amazing. Oh, we have a new place to
Nice.
visit.
Oh, New
We were
Haven?
looking at
Connecticut?
we were looking at a Netflix show, I think,
Yeah, it's pretty good.
about pizza, and I
Yeah.
forgot where it was. But it was-
Arizona or something like that?
No, let me Google.
It's a desert. It was in the middle of a desert. It was either like New Mexico or I'm going to say Arizona. Anyone that has watched that
Was it
pizza
Colorado?
Nah, not Colorado.
Mm,
No. Has anyone watched that pizza show?
Chef's Table.
Yeah, I think it was Arizona.
Phoenix.
Arizona.
Chris Bianco.
Yeah. I mean, it looks tasty for sure.
Award-winning pizza chef.
Yeah. It looked tasty.
Yeah. I was very hungry. It was like 11
Oh, they look good.
at
They're-
night that we were
Yeah,
looking at it. And
All
I
those
was-
pizzas look really
yeah.
good.
Pizzeria Bianco. let's see.
Yeah. And him preparing, as they say it, the mozzarella. Mozzarella. Yeah. Him making fresh mozzarella.
I have to say this one looks dry. I love when the cheese feels.
Like cheesy.
Oh yeah, yeah. When it's less sauce and more cheese.
Yeah. Straight to your arteries.
Yeah, like this one. Look, perfect.
It's pretty good. Yeah.
Or
Don't show me
maybe
those.
we should
Don't show
order
me.
something.
No. Don't show me those.
But like more artisan pizza, we could order. Like the one that we order from this place. That's called the something something.
Yeah.
Rosaline Dion was saying, "Oh my God, I'm late.
You were
This
late for
looks
the
so
Swedish
good.
talk.
I love it. Oh, Rosalind.
Rosalind, you're late for the Swedish
Shame on you, Rosalind.
cuisine talk.
Rosaline. Catherine was saying, you don't even taste the cauliflower. It's quite alike. And Carla was saying, Catherine, I think Nicolas should try the cauliflower pizza.
I love
and
how
Catherine was saying, yes, definitely.
I love how the selling point of the cauliflower is you can't even taste it. You can't even taste it. It is so good that you can't even taste it.
Morris was saying a pizza slice would make for good artwork. I think you painted a pizza slice.
I painted
Your
a
hands
pizza
with
slice.
pizza
Yeah,
slice,
of course.
yeah. Rosalind was saying, I'll go back to listen for sure. No, and we were joking. We're happy to have you here, Rosalind. We've been missing Robin Sita.
Robin Sita, yeah, she's probably
What's
busy.
happening with my Robin Sita banana?
Yeah, she's probably been busy.
Let's see. Morris was saying, naturally, the pineapple contrasts very well to the savory taste of the pizza.
Okay, stop.
You would know about the importance of contrast, wouldn't you, Nicolas?
Oh, not in my food. Only contrast I need in my pizza.
You know, in food you don't like,
It's pepperoni against cheese against tomato sauce.
because I love sweet
Against
and
crust.
savory. Agridulce se dice así, no?
Sweet and sour.
Sweet and sour. Like
yeah,
food contrasts
No.
in one dish. I love those.
I love happiness.
You are like, yeah,
in a dish.
no salt, please.
I love happiness in a dish. How does that finger look like? I'm trying to make it super loose, but I don't know if it's
Which
like
one? I'm sorry, I
the
didn't read.
pinky.
No, well, I can read it. I
Yeah?
Can yeah.
I'm just trying to sort of let it go.
Flow, yeah.
Yeah, but I don't know if it's too weird there. I don't know if the fingernail is the one that's like a little weird. I don't know. We'll keep
Maybe.
it. What's that? Sorry.
Maybe the fingernail?
Yeah, yeah. Don't
Maybe-
worry. Yeah, you can say it. I'm not happy
No,
with
no,
it.
no.
So.
Maybe it feels like a little bit chopped. Like it, or like, no sé, se siente como.
Okay, you can be a little kind with the
No,
comment,
so
please.
I'm not going to say
Jesus Christ.
anything.
Is this because I didn't like your pulpo?
My pulp. My pulp was very good. You. No, to be honest, I didn't like it either. So.
Yeah, you did. You ate it. You ate it. I hated it.
Andres Garces was saying folding a slice of greasy New York pizza
Jesus
is
Christ,
unforgettable.
so good. Yeah, you first blot it out a little bit just so that it's not completely gonna like ruin your kidneys. Oh my God.
It's the adrenaline, the one that makes it like taste better. Did you know that you're
What? Folding
gonna
it?
die? No, the
Oh,
adrenaline of knowing
yeah.
that it's so
I always
greasy
feel
that-
like my inner clock, like there's a clock inside your gut that is just like telling you, okay, that was 15 minutes less of your life. And with pizza, I'm always like, I don't care. I don't care how less it was. Like, give it to me.
Marcelo Peralta was saying in Brazil, people like to make a chocolate with banana pizza as
Oh, fuck me.
dessert.
Oh, Jesus.
I would have it as
Oh,
dessert.
Fuck
I mean,
me.
if you have a
Oh my
margarita
God.
pizza and then you have a chocolate banana pizza.
Oh, no. Then you
Yes.
deserve to die.
Yes,
No,
please.
what is... Oh,
and
come
Marcelo
on.
was saying, and all sort of strange flavors like chicken breast with corn. I really don't like it. They make that here too.
Okay, that would be way more common here,
And
too.
Marcelo was saying, I like more of a classic recipe like margarita. It's the best one for me. Scravamatsu was saying, is Nicolas familiar with the cangazo aesthetic? I don't know how to say it. Con la C del Barça. Cangazo, right? Because I was thinking Barça.
Yeah, I don't know.
They were very earthy tones.
No, could you direct us somewhere that we could learn from that? I'm curious. Who was this saying, asking?
Scravamatsu.
No, and where is this
So
style
let
from?
me see if maybe they were asking before. Okay, so they were asking, but they were asking in Portuguese.
Okay.
So maybe if they can ask in English or Spanish, because I don't know how to read this to
But
you.
is this from oh, try it. Give it your best. Portuñol.
Espérate, porque
Portuñol. Danielinha.
it's very long. So let me see if
Oh,
everything.
let me see. I want to do
No,
it.
no, no, no. Wait.
Okay.
You can do it, but wait a second, because I don't know if everything's related to that.
Oh, it doesn't matter.
So no, this part it's related to that, and it says, "Are you familiar with the cangaceiro culture as hashtag aesthetic in Brazilian history? I think you'd love their aesthetic, specifically fashion-wise, the earthy colors they used, and the patterns. Pardon for my portuñol. I only speak English as a second language and fluent Portuguese, so I'm guessing with the Spanish. So let me read all of it. It says,
Portuñol.
Hola, Nicolás. ¿Tú pensás que numa pintura mais terrosa
Mm-hmm.
es tranquilo dejar o fundo como una cor como raw umber or alizarin crimson? Also, what would you say are the differences you feel on oils versus acrylic that have the same name? Like, I watch your videos and I try out some of the palette, but their respective acrylic version.
Okay, the first one had to do
¿Tú
with...
pensás que numa
Tú
pintura
pensás.
Tú pensás que... Tú pensás... Tú... ¿Cómo se
Ujú.
dice? I have
No,
no idea.
estaba
I'm trying
leyendo.
my best.
Estaba
¿Tú
leyendo...
pensás que numa pintura mais terrosa
Ujú, de rosa.
tranquilo dejar o fundo como una cor como raw umber or alizarin crimson? So are they saying that in a more earthy painting,
Yeah.
is it okay
Yeah.
to leave like the back
Yeah. Yeah.
in a like a raw umber or a alizarin crimson color?
Yeah. I mean, you
Like
could,
just a flat color, I guess. That's what I'm.
but you could do that with, well, raw umber and alizarin crimson are two way different colors. But yeah, if I'm understanding correctly, yeah, no, you could do that with any sort of painting if you want, like leaving like an earthy background. I don't think like an earthier background is the characteristic of like a style of painting. I know that that's, for example, in Baroque painting, that's what feels more ubiquitous, but I don't think it gives it identity. I don't think that that's what ultimately gives identity to that style of painting, that manner of painting. So, um, I mean, if you look at Michael Borremans, he's a contemporary painter and he does very earthy backgrounds, and it's contemporary figurative painting. So I don't know. I don't usually think of colors as inevitable ties to like certain manners of approaching painting. Historically, maybe, yeah. I mean, you could probably see more of those colors in particular schools of painting, but nowadays you could, yeah, I don't know, you could work on, you could do any sort of painting that you want, and have um you could have those colors that you were talking about in a background, let's say, and that wouldn't really be conditioning. So I don't know.
Marcelo was saying there's a German descendant friend who has an amazing pizzeria here called Artesano. He makes an amazing one called Spicy Picnic with blue cheese and pepper jelly. Amazing. And they were saying I use amazing way too much. LOL. Yeah, a little bit.
No, no.
So blue cheese and pepper jelly? Because pepper jelly.
I have like I'm guessing like como una,
Like a spicy.
yeah, como una
And is it?
mermelada de,
Oh,
yeah.
interesting. Oh, red pepper jelly. Yeah. Pepper, sugar, and salt in vinegar.
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 No, I like vinegar. In vinegar.
So it's not. So
Honey.
it's kind of sweet. Because if it's red peppers,
Yeah, probably. I mean,
Sounds good.
as a food, it
I would
doesn't
try
sound bad. As a pizza, it sounds like a
no, because it's
a
that.
sin.
No, that on cheese, it's good. I don't know if I like blue cheese, but in cheese,
Maybe because it's like the sharpness of that
yeah,
cheese
yeah,
against
it
the
would like
sweetness.
balance. Yeah,
Yeah,
I get
yeah,
it,
yeah.
but
No, I can see it. Again, as a food, I would be like, "Oh, great food. Did you like the pizza?" And I would answer, "It was very good food. Thank you for the food."
well, but you're
Food.
yeah. Well, I mean, Nix was saying, I know there isn't really a quote unquote quick way to learn anatomy, but in your opinion, what's the best source to learn it from? Is there a book slash DVD slash website you can recommend?
I would say not one, but not one place, but plenty of places would be uh would be the best thing to do. So plenty of books. A lot of us started with Bridgman, which is like, quintessential reading for anyone that's like interested in some sort of like understanding the mechanics of anatomy. I read Van der Poel's book on anatomy, and I copied a ton of those drawings. I really loved that little book. Matisse's book on drawing. What's that called? What's the Can anyone help me out here?
¿Cuál?
Matisse. Yeah, drawing book. Somebody like, let's give Chad a chance. I think somebody's going to say it. It's like dynamic drawing or something like that. That's a really good book. I mean, it's more of a drawing book than an anatomy book, but it's very, very good. What else did I read? I don't know. There's plenty. There's a lot of people now that are studying like some. I know like I forget if it was the Kim Jung-gi's editorial um, that they printed like an anatomy book of an Asian artist that was very, very cool. But I forget. I kind of
Gabriel Pozzo was saying force drawing the human
There we
anatomy.
go. Thank you. Gracias, Pozzo. Yeah, that's a really good book. I would totally recommend that book. And you could do just studies and studies and studies and you could do a bunch of studies all the time and they would be great. All of it helps, all of it. So knowledge plus drawing plus, anything.
Mm,
And yeah, it takes time. Don't rush it. Don't rush it, enjoy it.
Rosalind Dion was saying Swedish food, it's fun. You know how we feel? And then they said, I feel. Typos starting already.
Oh my god,
You
Rosalind.
know how I feel.
Rosalind,
Um,
check yourself, please.
mm, let's see. Mm,
Okay. So I think I'm good, Daniel Lira. I know this was an abrupt way to end it.
no, why? I mean,
No,
I'm
no, because I was
hungry,
working,
so
but I mean that's another reason. But I think this is good because let's try to land this conversation that is taking us not quite to mummified animatronics, but it took us places. So let me see if I can cogently gather my thoughts and speak about this very compact experience of painting something on a surface that I had never tried. It is, first of all, I'm gonna say it is a gorgeous surface. Like I I can't describe it any other way. It is absolutely beautiful. So I'm incredibly grateful to Melissa for sending me these because she was beyond generous for being so kind to offer sending me these and eventually just you know just shipping them and she was awesome. So first of all, thank you because she did give me a chance to try a surface that under regular circumstances in my life I would have never sought. Like I would have never thought of thinking of buying unless we would have traveled to like Egypt to
mhm.
Giza and thinking that we could get some papyrus. I would have never sought like a place that would sell papyrus. I would have never trusted if it was good quality or um so this is something that would have been very improbable in my life to just grab something as that has such specific qualities and such a character as the surface and say, yes, I'm going to paint on this. Now, having painted on this, it is absolutely gorgeous. It does, the paint still floats a little bit in the surface. So there is that to deal with. And probably in my case, it is more evident that it floats because I'm used to my surface just sucking in my paint immediately. So I had to like adjust very, very quickly. That's why I needed a somewhat nice drawing initially. And that's why I spent some time with my drawing at the beginning. And that's why when you saw me paint, I didn't really block in my painting as I usually do. Like I didn't just cover the whole thing up. what I ended up doing was just like going through little areas of the painting and putting like bits of color, hoping that eventually they would all kind of meet, and hopefully hoping that they could configure a hand in this case. But I had to be super mindful of that. So it was no coincidence. It was no like um, mistake that I just grabbed like a bristle brush, because I knew that I wanted to put some of those strokes down and hope that I didn't have to overwork them. I think this painting on here can be easily overworked. And if you overwork it, then you lose the surface. I think that you run the risk, because painting kind of floats on the surface quite so much. If you overwork it, eventually you just won't see the surface. And I think, if you're going to paint on this, you have to show your surface. Like, there's no point in not pointing at the surface and not signaling the surface with your work. It would be absurd. I mean, you could do whatever you want. You could just cover it and do like indirect painting and do like a 4-layer painting. And the only way you're going to learn how, like, where a painting was painted on is by turning the painting, by looking at the dorso of the painting. But for me, this was an exercise that wanted to acknowledge the surface and also navigate the way paint kind of behaves on that surface. I think there's nothing better than doing like an alla prima painting where you realize, okay, I can kind of visualize what would happen if I do 3-4 layers on this surface. But if you work on a sole layer, you start to recognize immediately how painting will behave as soon as it comes in contact with the with your substrate. So I wanted to do that rather than prolonging, the development of a painting by saying, okay, today we're going to do underpainting and then we'll wait, which is fine, which is totally fine. But I have a feeling that the surface eventually will behave more akin to like a piece of linen than to how it behaves as a surface that is raw. In terms of it being raw, there's nothing about it that feels like painting on a raw surface. It's remarkable. Like this, for like people that sketch plein air, oh my lord, I'm sure that they would adore it. They would 100% love this. It just, because you put color down and it just like stays there. It kind of like floats there beautifully. So what a surface. I mean, the hopefully the evidence that shows how much I enjoyed it is that I didn't really struggle that much throughout the painting. I mean, I struggled more with the modeling and the drawing and all that stuff, but aside from that, so I don't even know if this is like if this ended up being like a good example of how to deal with that surface, but in terms of just me attempting, let's say, attempting to paint a hand in this substrate, oh, it was gorgeous. It's absolutely gorgeous. There's like in unfinished moments or moments where you just kind of like drag your brush across, there is like such a beautiful just kind of like interlocking grid surface is so beautiful. It receives your paint so well. I mean, I guess that eventually, any sort of thread, any sort of way a fabric is threaded, this kind of mimics that with that horizontal and vertical pattern. So it is it just feels like everything that has to do with ancestral art. It just feels right because it feels like the right amount of ingenuity and observation was done by the perfect people, like the people that were just so in tune with their surroundings, with how materials were processed and produced, and and they understood that this can work for this. I love that about humanity. In that sense, this is how eventually we understood that we could paint on linen, or this is how eventually we understood that we could use pigments and ground them in oils to like paint. So or the production of lead paint, for example. It's just in some levels it just feels like magic. It just feels like who were these people that invented these things? These had to be some of the most in tune people with their environments, with their surroundings, with nature, that ever existed, and we owe them so much. So as soon as you start painting, you're like, oh God, this makes sense. It just makes sense. It's beautiful. It's a surface that's meant to be used to communicate. It's just so nice. So I would say that I think that it's sad that I'm not going to be able to use something like this. But I mean, I would gladly. So if somebody gave me like, 1,000 sheets of this, I would be like, I could paint on this for the rest of my life. It's that beautiful. And I think the character of the surface, of the raw surface, is so beautiful that it would, I would love to always speak about the surface in my own painting. Always love to point back to the surface in my own painting. But, I sound stupid. Like I'm making a review of something that's like proven to be one of the most probably important and beautiful surfaces in our history. But what is my review? Do I recommend it? It's like 1,000% yes. It's absolutely gorgeous. Absolutely gorgeous. I can't see anyone that loves painting that wouldn't love how it's almost like gentle. It's like how in tune it is with painting. You don't have to fight. You're not fighting with it. You're not struggling with it. You're just putting paint down. The only thing, and this is probably a little bit heightened for me because I've worked on super absorbent surfaces lately. So the only thing for me was having to adjust the fact that my paint is just a little floaty on the surface, so that it would remain on the surface. But because it remained on the surface, and I had to interiorize the fact that I can't, or that it wouldn't be, or it would be best for me not to cover the surface with just a lot of overworked paint. I kind of took my time just kind of dabbing and moving. I don't know if you saw me paint, and it was maybe a little bit more, like a little bit different than how I usually paint, because I had to slowly kind of finesse, massage the painting that was up here, rather than my usual, like, just plopping paint on top of something. No, this required something completely different. And I'm super glad that I gave myself the chance to do this, because it's also really important for me to put myself through these exercises where I have to constantly like adjust how I paint, because I think the best way to acknowledge a surface, like a surface's property, is to, as a painter, to say, I'm not just a painter that is used to working on one surface and, these expensive materials, or, whatever, these particular materials. But the fact that I understand myself as painter means that I can begin to work on something and say, whoa, I recognize what you're asking of me. Let me adjust. And so making exercises like this for me is like super, super important. Then you can't blame your surface. It's so easy to just pick something up and say, oh, I couldn't paint well on it because I don't know it. Or I couldn't use this brush because I don't usually use it. Or, wow, those are not my colors. The painting is going to inevitably come out like crap. Like, honestly, those are fine, but those are excuses. Like, deep down, I understand where those comments come from, but I also understand how they are excuses. So in reality, if we are painters, we are malleable and we can adapt at a moment's notice, and it's our job to do that. So this is beautiful. It's absolutely beautiful surface. So yeah, 5 out of 5. Recommended. Thumbs up.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
good
really
review.
good. It's I mean, paints itself, I feel. And it just look at this.
Yeah.
It just fucking looks amazing. This is gorgeous. Like, you can't compete with something that is just organically beautiful. That, without even putting anything down, it's already beautiful. Look at these little things.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Oh,
You
don't
kidding
take
me?
them.
No, I'm not going to touch it.
No.
I feel that it's like a sweater, and I just start, pulling on
yeah.
this, and everything just goes.
Yeah, no painting.
I mean, that would be like a nice performance. It's out of my hand. Anyways, Daniela.
Anyways,
Yeah.
thank you everyone. For
Thank
being
you.
here.
Thank you, everyone.
Oi, Coco. Chili almost had a heart attack.
Okay, everyone relax. I just dropped my phone. Everyone relax.
No, she was sleeping.
It's not even close to being an accident.
No.
It was like a loudish noise.
Lotus, you have to see the repetition of how she jumped.
I mean,
She was
sleeping.
sleeping in my arm.
Yeah.
So yeah, thank you everyone.
Thank
for
you.
being here.
Yeah.
And
She's still looking at me like, what are you gonna do? Are you gonna drop your phone again?
so yeah, thank you everyone.
Thank you.
The painting's gonna be available at our website.
Yeah.
If you would like to purchase it, you can go to futuremommy.com.
We have to remain on brand. So yes, future mommy.
Future mommy as in mummification.
Yeah, not that I'm gonna be a mommy.
Not that Chili's gonna be a mommy.
I'm not pregnant. No.
Chili's not pregnant.
Future mummy as in ooh. I mean, well,
Mummified mommy.
Yeah.
So future mommy.
Future mummy.
Mummy.
Ooh.
MUMMY.
Why? Why future mummy? Because that's what I want to be.
Not a future mommy.
No, I'm already a dad. I don't want to be a
daddy,
mommy.
no.
I had a vasectomy, so
Yeah.
and I don't have a uterus, so I can't be a mommy. So yeah, future mummy.
.com. Yeah, we do have Instagram. And,
toilet paper.
We have TikTok.
I don't know.
Or paintedlives.com if you also want to check it out.
We have Twitter that I never tweet.
And we have a beautiful dog.
I did tweet if you have Twitter, follow us. I did tweet the scarab, the smiling scarab that I
you
did
did?
today. Yeah.
No, maybe that's the platform we're gonna be
No, probably not.
viral in.
Oh no, I think Twitter is going to end quicker than we think, or it's going to transform into something different. I feel. So no. I just felt like I've never, I don't even know how many followers I have on Twitter. 3, I think.
Including you, your
My
other
mom
account.
and my mom's. It's me, my mom, and my mom's second account because she forgot the password for the first one.
Well, that was my joke. I said your second account, but go ahead.
Oh, okay, sorry. Yeah, it didn't really. I mean, you didn't sell it.
Yeah, well, you
Oh,
never
okay.
heard. You never hear it because you want to make it.
Yeah.
Thank you, everyone,
Thank
for
you.
joining us. And
Thank
we'll
you,
see
Daniela.
soon.
Yeah. Sorry,
Thank you.
Chili, that I gave you a tiny little heart attack
Yeah.
because your heart is like
It's a
tiny in that
tiny
body.
heart. Yeah.
So
Thank you, everyone.
sorry for the tiny heart attack.
Yeah. So thank you, everyone, and we'll